Just make sure they keep their cleats off the seats. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for details.
Todd.
This isn't Vietnam, it's radio.
Hahn.
I mean, he had a handful of twig and berries.
And Rosenberg.
Everything about it was pure, unadulterated ASS. This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Todd, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live at Stout. Brought to you by TickPick. TickPick fans know the best memories start with the best prices. How's everybody doing? We are here at Stout on 35th Street. Come by and go right upstairs.
Right upstairs.
Don't even ask.
Nope.
There's actually two entrances when you walk up in front of Stout. Gorgeous new facility here, 35th Street, right?
Between 7th and 8th.
Between 7th and 8th.
Correct.
It's not
the old one.
But a little bit closer to 7th.
Correct.
So if you're on 7th.
Definitely closer to 7th.
Yep.
And we're just a few doors down off of 7th Avenue. And you look at the front of the place. On the left, you'll see some, like, wooden glass doors, and then you'll see some glass doors. Go through the wooden ones, go right upstairs. That's where we are.
And once you get to those stairs, you'll see a sign that says 98. What are we? ESPN New York. That's right. Sure we are. And you'll come right. It takes a second. It takes a couple of years, and you come right upstairs.
Years. It's two completely different
Don,
times.
if it's as if it, it's like a day ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, when you get to our age, right?
If it were a day, you know what we're talking about. But either way, we're going to warm things up for you. We're going to have Monica McNutt on the program later on.
Yeah. Pat O'Keefe later on.
Pat O'Keefe, like you dream about.
Get into the Knicks Game 5.
Tyler Murray is threatening to stop by.
I like Tyler.
He texted.
I don't consider that a threat.
I'm just saying.
Are you saying that he's throwing out, I'm going to try to stop by, and you kind of know he's not?
I like that you gave it that voice, too, because that's I'm going to try to stop by.
He's going to stop by if you need me.
I've got some prep to do, but I'm sure I can carve out a good 30 minutes for me to stop by
Wait, now
talk some Knicks basketball with you, Alan.
Could break down a little bit of what Karl Anthony Towns was bringing to the offense in Game 4 and how the Knicks can utilize that to win Game 5.
Now you're taking my guy Tyler and going straight Sterling with it. You went
the way
Sterling.
That's different. That is.
How do you describe Sterling?
Sterling would be Stout. Of course, I'd go. I always go to Stout. Hopefully, there'll be a libation.
Some Vidalia onions.
Wonderful selection of beer.
Beef tongue.
8 o'clock, though. I don't know if you guys know. Big game for the New York Knicks.
Oh, that's tonight?
I'm stepping out on a limb here.
Is that tonight?
You want to get this one.
All right, are you ready to say it? Because we're going to get into a lot today. We're still going to have an ENN like you dream about. We've got Talk About It Tuesday at 4:30. Got to get into the Mets and the Yankees. I got a very important question to ask Alan. Phillies fired their manager today, Rob Thomson. Why the Mets didn't fire Carlos Mendoza? Interesting question.
But we start with the Penguins being back in the series against the Flyers.
And I'm telling you, I could smell it.
Are you smelling it?
Because I don't know how good this Flyer team is. So if it could happen, it could happen
here.
Well, the thing always is about those 3-0 games, it looks like it's over and you win the Game 4 on the road. It goes from feeling completely impossible to you go, well, if you win one at home, it's 3-2.
Right.
Now you just got to steal one more on the road.
And it's a sport. It's happened 4 times.
Yes.
Right.
The Flyers are one of the teams that actually did it to the Bruins back in 2010. So maybe turnabout is fair play. We'll see if that's going to be the conversation.
I doubt.
But I want to ask you both this. I'm not 100% sure I want to go there.
All right.
But I'll ask you. The winner of tonight's game win the series. Are you at that level of Game 5 importance to say the winner of this game wins the series? I'm not quite sure I want to go that far. Like if the Knicks win, I think they're winning the series. I'm not ready to say if the Hawks win that the Knicks are dead. But that's what you'd be saying. Would you go there,
How
Peter?
about this?
No.
Here's my answer. If the Hawks win tonight, the series is not over, but my hopes for the Knicks season are.
I get
Oh,
that.
that's a good one.
How you like that?
I like that.
Because they could end up stealing the series somehow and win it in 7, but it tells me all I need to know. If they can't come back home with this momentum tonight and beat this team, it just shows me they're not serious people. Are you serious people or not? Win the game tonight.
Yeah, it's a lot of that, but it's also, to me, did you learn something in Game 4 that now puts you in control? Remember when Mikal Bridges said when you're down 1-1 after Game 2? Why does it feel like the Knicks are up 2-2?
That's right.
Right?
Yeah, because you just feel
Because
the last effort.
Momentum is a wonderful drug. And they have the momentum now. And what they were able to build off of from Game 4 is what you're it's like the first quarter is the most – you guys always say, wait till the end of the game and all that stuff with the NBA. They always talk about the NBA being a fourth-quarter league. I'm telling you the first quarter might be the most compelling thing about tonight's game because it really lets you know, did the Hawks watch enough film and go, okay, I see what they're doing. Let's take that away now. Or is it truly a pick your poison? And if whatever worked with Towns and Anunoby and making Brunson a screener off the ball, which is kind of hilarious, but that's what happened, if that continues to be a problem, or if they take that away and now Brunson's going one-on-one, that's the pick your poison. You can't take both away. So that's what I want to see tonight. I know we get frustrated with this group because we've seen them in big moments in the playoffs in the past have these games where we all stare at the TV or stare at the court and go, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, why are you playing dumb? They even say it to themselves sometimes. They get mad at themselves. And that was game 2. They walked off the court, pissed off at themselves for how they finished that game. So I want to see what Josh Hart said, which is we're not encouraged by anything that happened in Game 4. What we are is understanding the level we have to bring to win a series. And that's what you want to see tonight. Because if they bring that level, which we've seen them do, they should take control of the series tonight, win Game 3, and be on the cusp of entering the second round for what? The fourth straight season.
And if not, it really does tell you all you need to know. If they can't learn from what they did and replicate it.
Or adjust
or
to whatever the Hawks are going to do here. Because they're going to do something.
But to your point, it's going to be picking. Right? If ultimately, whatever it is the Hawks decide to do, the Knicks now should know what their answer to that would be.
Right.
And ultimately, they are a better, more talented, more capable team.
Yes.
And you should be able to win.
Right.
So if they don't do it tonight, or they start strong and you see them fade, I don't care. The Hawks can have a -40 in this series and end up winning the whole thing. We've seen that, obviously, right? The 2 games the Knicks have lost, you could argue they shouldn't have lost either game.
Both by 1 point.
It's brutal. Absolutely brutal. One game in which they blew the lead, the other one in which they came back and came up short.
Yeah.
But I'm tempted to throw the money down on the points tonight. Because I think they
6.5.
I think they show a big boy game tonight.
Well,
I think it's a laugher.
It's due. You know what I mean? I think it's due. I think tonight's your first physical altercation.
Oh.
I have a feeling.
All right.
Who are you sensing?
I have a feeling that this will be the first moment in the game where somebody has had enough of this guy. You get it in all the series. It happens. You get this far into a series, the Hawks are going to have to play physical. It's all they've talked about, how the Knicks were more physical with us. You know the crowd in that building. We talked about after Game 2, how the Garden is a place unlike any other, which we already know because it's the best stage in basketball. But it's also different in this. A lot of times when you play on the road and there's a hostile crowd, it's tough. It's loud. It's intimidating. It's not easy. For some reason, this place empowers opposing players because they almost get like the vibe and the energy from the building the same way the home team does. And sometimes you can get a road player who might even be just like a decent player, not a great player. Because the great players, they always love to play on the stage. But I'm talking about like a mid guy who all of a sudden has superpowers.
Yeah.
Just because of the building, the stage, and he maybe hits his first shot. And then it becomes 2 in a row. And now I'm not missing. And that guy I'm worried about tonight is Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He's had a pretty quiet series. He shot the ball well, though, in Game 4, and he might have found his rhythm. And the Knicks have had problems in the past in their building against players who knock down their first 3, and suddenly they're in God mode. Can't miss. We've had guys do this before, and the crowd's getting mad, and they're yelling at Spike, and now all of a sudden their energy's up.
It is
It's a thing.
It's unlike any other road arena in the league.
Right,
No
in
question.
any sport.
Yeah.
And so if you ask me, like, what my concern is not will the Knicks show up. They will. My concern is not whether or not the Knicks will do enough to win the game. I think they will. My concern is who's the guy that's going to be the one that's empowered by the moment and the building and the crowd, and all of a sudden, this guy's a problem. Mm-hmm. And you know the Knicks always tend to wait too long to turn the water off on players like this. Aaron Nesmith, Game 1, Eastern Conference Finals. That game is over. They're untying shoelaces. We're already talking about a 1-0 lead. There's a minute to go. I'm on the side of the court, and I'm literally asking, like, who am I interviewing? Who am I doing the walk-off with? And then all of a sudden, this dude can't miss. And no one is going, we should probably just stick to this guy. Because everybody else sucks tonight for the Pacers. But this guy suddenly can't miss a shot. So let's hang. Like, I'm going to blanket you. We're going to play 4-on-4 over there. But I'm sticking next to you. No, we don't do that. And so that's what I'm worried about tonight. If there's anything I'm concerned with, that's the only thing I'm worried about. Don't let a guy like him get loose, make a few, and feel like I'm hot now. Because in that building, opposing players, there's a different temperature to hot when they make a couple of
there's just
baskets.
Something about it. Just something that happens.
So
you just can't afford to have it happen tonight.
That's what I'm worried about tonight.
Lose all the momentum. So, in other words, Peter, since you say if the Hawks force a Game 7, it would make you reevaluate how deep a run they can go because you had to go 7 in the first round.
No, it wouldn't make me reevaluate. I will have evaluated and said,
you're pretty much done.
So I'm all set here. Yeah.
So are you all set? Pistons are dead. Pistons are not winning a title because they're down 3-1.
Yeah.
Now, they can come back and they can win the series, but do you think the same thing about the Pistons, that now that they would have to go 7 in order to advance?
It's a 60-win team that's down 3-1.
Do you have them dead?
I don't know. The issue is I don't know the heart and sort of the problems of the Pistons the way I know this Knicks team.
Okay.
The last few years of this Knicks teams has shown me, and this season has shown us, that this is who they can be. The question is, are you a different version this year or not? And to me, if they go 7 with the Hawks, it shows me, you're suffering from some of the same issues you've suffered from in the past.
But not knowing the pulse of the Pistons, the fact that they're down 3-1, if they come back and they win the series, I wasn't even sold on them to begin with.
Well, look.
As a 1 seed.
Look at the East. Look at the East, as you're talking about. The number 1 seed is down 3-1. The number 2 seed could close it out tonight. Could.
Yeah, they got the 7 o'clock tip tonight.
Well, what's Philly going to do? What's Embiid going to do?
What you going to do when JT and Jaylen Brown run wild on you?
There you go.
That's what you're saying.
I like that. Hulkamaniacs. But they look like they're going to wrap this thing up.
I think so.
Okay. So the Knicks are they're in a 2-2, right? Toronto and Cleveland is also 2-2. So the only series that's going to end relatively early is more than likely Boston, unless they find a way to lose tonight, which only if they miss a bunch of threes.
You mean you're saying you think Detroit at least wins one before another one?
They're going home.
Yeah, they're going home.
They're going home. If they got to put it out, they got to lay it out on the line, right? But all I'm saying is the East is what we thought it was. Everybody's kind of the same except Boston because they were always going to be the class if they got healthy. And they got Tatum back, and he put up 30. He looks like himself. They are, as I've said, and it pissed off a lot of Knicks fans, but I was only speaking honestly. The East runs through Boston.
Yeah, and I really feel that as a team, they don't remotely view this as they're playing with house money. They're viewing it as, no, we're good, and this is the year, Tatum's ready.
Because they're looking around going,
this is it.
We actually could win this thing.
We're going to steal another one now, not waiting until next year.
That's it. That's exactly it. So that's why I'm looking at it like everybody else is in a bit of a dogfight, no matter who they are. Even the teams we thought were good, Cleveland or Detroit, they're all in a dogfight. So that's why, if you're the Knicks, that's what I'm saying. These other series might go 7. The Knicks need to take care of business this week, so we're done Thursday.
You know, the interesting stat I read this morning, you might know this already, that the NBA went to a best of 7 in 2003.
Yep.
So this is the 9th time the Knicks have made the playoffs since 2003, having to play a best of 7 in the first round. How many times have they been tied at 2?
You said how many times now? Sorry, 9 times?
Yeah, this is the 9th time. So in the previous 8, how many times were the Knicks tied at 2
I'm gonna go
in the first round?
I'm going to go with 7.
Give me everyone.
No. There was one they weren't.
0. This is the first time that they're even at 2 in the first round of a best of 7.
0.
Last year they were up 3-1 against Detroit.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
And the 2 times they played Boston, the series was 3-1.
Both ways. You're right.
Both ways.
That's right.
Right? They were swept by the Nets early on.
And the Miami series was 3-1
Yeah.
also.
So it's the first time that they've been even. They'd either been done by Game 5 or up or down 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of rarefied air for them in the first round. Parity has clearly struck the NBA when you look at the 1 seed down 3-1. The Knicks and Hawks. That's a 3-6 series, even at 2 games apiece. Crazy.
Well,
the
look
injuries
at
with Minnesota now, that series.
Yeah, Denver
is
was 3-1. They were down 3-1 until they got the win last night. It does bring you back. Now you can't. It's losers lament, but still, it does bring you back though to Game 2. And if you just do what you're supposed to do at the end of Game 2,
right?
We're not talking about any of this right now. We're talking about closing out.
Exactly. They're closing it out like they did last year.
It's maddening, but it's true.
But it is true. And
they put themselves in this position, which is why I said they are – what Hart said stands out to me. Because we always say you worry about it. The Knicks always, once they start feeling good about themselves, they start feeling happy. That's when they get a little soft and then they give one away. The problem is they walked off the court Game 4 not celebrating. They were almost annoyed. You know what I mean? Like how is this 2-2? What are we doing? Because they know
that should carry
they respect the Hawks, but they know collectively we're better than this team.
But, Hawks start nailing threes, which is something they haven't done
yet.
That can change everything. Yep. That's why I'm not – listen, I think if the Knicks win tonight, they're winning the series. I believe they're winning the series.
Okay.
I can't go as far as to say if the Hawks win, they're winning the series. But just to disagree with Peter, I could still see the Hawks at home, Game 6, winning a game and it not kill me if I'm a Knicks fan, other than the fact, oh, my God, I got to go back to at home for Game 7.
You got to play a Game 7 where anything can happen.
No, it would worry me, but I don't know if it would affect me moving forward saying this team – can't win now because they lost the Game 6 on the road.
Gotcha.
Now,
but winning this one's worse, you're saying. You're saying you win this one, and then you lose 6. It is different than losing this one and winning that one.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Because, to me, it's the idea. You lose a heartbreaker back in Game 6. I still don't love it, but it doesn't tell me the same thing about the team that dropping this one does. When you're coming back home
this one,
for
we're
Game
back
5.
to square one. But now they didn't learn their lesson.
But explain why. Because of where it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're coming home with momentum.
Yeah.
This is what you have to
remember last year they were 4-5 at home in the playoffs. That's a no-go.
Yeah.
You're not a championship team if that's what your record is at home. You can't. You cannot give away games at home. They gave away Game 2 at home. You don't give away any games at home. That's a true champion.
That's right.
They gave away a couple last year in Detroit, but they always managed to find a way.
Yes, they were so good on the road. Yes,
that's why if they were to lose tonight, I could still see a scenario where they can get off the mat on the road because that's when everybody will have them dead, and then they rise, and then we'll see what happens in a Game 7. But obviously, all Knicks fans just hoping that this is a team that's going to be able to just figure it out, win the next 2 games, nice 3-game winning streak going in, and not give the Celtics that much more rest. Celtics win tonight.
They're done.
Then they're done. It's over. They won their series in 5. No matter what happens tonight, the Knicks are going to have to play on Thursday. Mm-hmm. But not too bad because I'm hearing scenarios that we could be looking at a Saturday. NBC may want to attach a Knicks-Celtic Game 1 after the Kentucky Derby. Kofi actually sent me something like that. That might be a city. Got the Kentucky Derby at 6 o'clock.
Not if you have a Game 7.
Well, no, I'm just saying if
there's a Game 7 for somebody, they'll put that Game 7.
Right, but you're right. And
you know what I mean?
True.
You'll put a Game 7.
Well, let me ask you this. Would you put a Game 7 Raptors-Cavs
It's a Game 7.
over a Game 1?
Yeah, it's a
but
Game
it's
7.
Raptors-Cavs as opposed to Game 1 Celtics-Knicks.
It's a Game 7, though. It's a
I
Game
know
7.
it's a Game 7, but it's still Toronto-Cleveland.
So no, it's still a Game 7. It's still James Harden in a Game 7. It's still Donovan Mitchell in a Game 7. I get that it's Raptors, but to me, I keep going back to the fact that a Game 7.
It wouldn't outrate Knicks Celtics Game 1. But I hear what you're saying.
I'm saying
you have
you're
to honor Game 7.
Plus, you need something for Sunday anyway.
That's right.
True. So. But but if that series were to wrap up, let's say Cleveland wins the next 2.
Yeah.
If there are no Game 7s,
yeah,
there could be a Saturday after Kentucky Derby.
I'm not saying it's not
Knicks
possible.
But so you can live with, all right, the Celtics haven't played since Tuesday. You played Thursday. It's not ideal because you'd only have 1 day off compared to their 3.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want to have to end up going 7 and they've been sitting around for a week.
I'll say that if you're the Knicks and you got to play a Game 1 on Saturday after winning on the road in Atlanta on Thursday night, I'm furious.
It could happen.
Like, seriously?
If there's no Game 7, it's going to happen.
I got to fly right to Boston? This is what I got to do?
Well,
it's a Game 6. It's not a Game 7. Game 7, I can understand it because you went to the ultimate game, and now they got to get to the next series.
But what's sexy?
It's a Game 6. Do I really need to play on Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening?
But think about it. If Orlando advances, then you got Cleveland, Toronto, right? One of those teams advancing. Like, what is sexy for the NBA to put in a prime spot?
I'm just saying.
Get ready for the inconvenience, man.
I'd be pissed.
Knicks-Celtics is going to trump any other matchup that you're going to get in the second round. What are the potential matchups?
And the third round.
Of course.
It's the whole thing. It is the round
East,
of the East.
That'll be the best series in the East.
You could have a Magic versus Raptors in the second round.
Oh.
That's NBA TV.
Oh, yeah. It's on a Wednesday.
That might be on Pix 11.
That's a Thursday, 11 a.m. Pix 11.
You think so?
Yeah, they would open up. They would just play the Yankee theme. Like just.
That Scooter do the game.
Thanks for finding us here. I don't want to be disrespectful to certain teams. I'm just saying
Too late.
Celtics.
You already did it.
They'll bring back the guys who called the Celtics Sixers the other night, the Charlotte
I
Hornets
didn't bring
team.
up Pix 11. I'm just.
I brought up Pix 11.
But I'm saying we were just talking about teams that have a chance to win.
No, it's going to be on. It's rare. It's going to be on Tubi on a Thursday. The Tubi special. You don't get that every day.
Tubi on a Tuesday.
With Del Curry and what's his face on the call.
Eric Collins.
Oh boy, that was tough.
You
watched on?
You didn't like Eric Collins?
What were your thoughts? Alan, it's his colleagues. He can't say anything. But that was tough. No,
it left me wanting.
Like the screaming, the level. First of all, I'm watching and I go, wait, I'm not a Homer type. All right, and my cousins, our group chat is me and my two cousins from Boston.
Right.
But these are, how do I say this respectfully? These are intelligent Bostonians. Okay, they're not. You
make it sound like it's so rare.
Yeah, that's.
Take it how you want to take it.
All right.
But they don't just call out like favoritism for no reason. They were like, is this team? Are they rooting for Philadelphia? What is going on here? So I'm like, oh come on! I turned the volume up. Every shot that Philly hits, they're like standing up and screaming, and then it's like, and Tatum for three, and it just was. And then it turns out they are the Charlotte local team,
and they're known to do.
That's what
he's over there. Eric's very.
Eric's very over there.
That's his thing.
Yeah, it's his thing. He likes to give references and he really.
Oh my goodness! Chicken salad deluxe.
Yeah, deluxe. In case you missed it, but that's not as bad as this. Did you guys see? So we get Reggie again tonight, everybody. Yep, that's the only amount of people that really care.
I like Reggie.
He wasn't bad.
He wasn't bad, but here's what's funny, is that Knicks fans can't stand Reggie because they know privately he hates the Knicks and loves seeing him lose. But in that game, because the Knicks played so well, Reggie had to extol the virtues of all the defense and everything they were doing well in this game. So there were a lot of Hawks people that after the game were on social media. I didn't know Reggie Miller was such a Knicks fan.
I saw that. That's
my
funny.
God. Reggie Miller loves the Knicks.
And it's like, well, he's got it. They did win the game.
But I gotta be honest with you.
Miss all of the 90s?
I gotta be honest with you. As much as I know he's a Pacer guy and has no love for the Knicks.
None.
When he sits down and puts the headsets on.
Professional.
The thing that he's rooting for, whether it's professional or not.
It's for 9:30 to come.
A great game.
A good game.
I think he just wants to see a great game.
I agree.
No, he's a basketball nerd.
Right, so he wants to see. So if there's going to be anything he's going to root for, is the team that's down to catch up. So you see a great game.
Yes.
I think that's what you're bargaining for. We got a big show. We're here at Stout. If you're going to come by on 35th between 7th and 8th, got to come upstairs. That's where we are. Going to be here till 7 o'clock. Monica McNutt's going to join us at 5.
Yeah, if you're downstairs, you're like, where the hell is everybody?
Yeah,
follow the sound.
You didn't enter the wrong place.
No.
It's the right place.
Yeah.
Even though downstairs is gorgeous,
Beautiful.
we're upstairs.
Yeah.
All right. Pat O'Keefe's going to join us at 5:30. We got to talk about it Tuesday coming up at 4:30. We got ENN is at 6 o'clock as well. We'll get into some of the baseball. We've got news around that as well, but we're opening with Knicks. Want to talk about them? 1-800-919-3776. This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live at Stout, brought to you by Tick Pick.
The Knicks.
Rebound. Towns and the putback is good. It's a Towns takeover here in the third quarter.
The Hawks.
Kicks it to Anunoby. Far corner three. Got it. It's the 10th assist for Karl Anthony Towns and his first career playoff triple-double.
The NBA playoffs.
And the New York Knicks have evened this first-round series with Atlanta 2 games apiece.
Game 5 coverage begins tonight at 7 on 1050 and the ESPN New York app.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. Did you know Social Security takes money out of every paycheck you earn? Paycheck after paycheck. And you're not supposed to touch that money until you're 67? What if you can't work? What if you need that money now? The system is challenging and most people get denied. That's a fact. D'Agostino & Associates has the experience to win, and we win a lot. If you filed for Social Security disability benefits and were denied, let us appeal. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. Bite Back means fight back. 1-800-248-3222. We'll fight to get you paid. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and handles Social Security disability claims and appeals. Remember, if you've been denied, call us first. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates. We win a lot.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid Preferred all-wheel drive for $259 for 36 months. Or buy with 1.9% APR for 60 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN TN155263. MSRP $37,455. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per month for $1,000 financed. And it's $430.26.
You remember what it feels like to move without thinking about pain? To get up, sit up, walk, work, or live without that constant ache? If neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica took that away from you, it's time to get it back. I'm Bart Scott. Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain is the guy you need. Ivy League trained, double board certified, no surgery, no scars, no long recovery, just precise, image-guided, non-surgical treatments designed to get you feeling strong again. With offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, and most major insurances are accepted, there is no reason to wait. Go to SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think.
Let me say this. If you're an experienced superintendent in Jersey and you know you're better than the situation that you're in, Tricon Construction wants to talk. They're building serious multifamily, medical, and industrial projects across the state, and they're looking for leaders, not babysitters, real projects, real support, real backing from ownership. If you're ready to step into something bigger, go to triconbuilds.com/careers. That's triconbuilds.com/careers. And yes, it's confidential.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
In a contracting business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. ServiceTitan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first call to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for visionaries ready to stop operating and start automating. ServiceTitan, AI for the trades.
Harry Douglas here. Let me ask you something. What if you can enjoy the taste of a cocktail, the warmth of a spirit, and still stay fully in control? That's RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category. RK delivers bold flavor and a real warming sensation with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and zero calories. Perfect for nights out, social gatherings, or anytime you want the experience of a drink without sacrificing tomorrow. Check it out at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, all the flavor, none of the alcohol.
It's now time for the amazing starting lineup brought to you by Ramsey Mazda. Bo Bichette is going to lead off and play third as the Mets start that three-game series with Washington. Juan Soto batting second and DHing. Alvarez will bat third and catch. Melendez is in left field, and he'll bat cleanup. Vientos at first, batting fifth. Beatty's batting sixth in right field. Simeon's at second base. He'll bat seventh. Binge is in center field batting eighth. Mauricio is at shortstop batting ninth. Clay Holmes gets the start for the Mets. And that was the amazing starting lineup brought to you by Ramsey Mazda. Get more for your money at Ramsey Mazda, like a new 2026 Mazda CX-50 or Mazda CX-90. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Before we get to your calls at 1-800-919-3776 on the Knicks. The Mets make a roster move as Kodai Senga has been placed on the 15-day IL, retroactive.
You mean he's going back
to
home?
April 27th.
What?
With lumbar spine inflammation.
Inflammation.
You're talking about his home, the IL.
That's right.
I hate to say it. It's his home away from home, at least.
Christian Scott has been recalled from AAA Syracuse.
It's all turning
and
now.
He will be back. So
You're a bad guy.
What?
You know what? No, you got to start being mindful of how you're sounding.
Is that
Yeah, because the Yankees are playing. You got to be mindful.
Yeah.
Yankees are Yankeeing.
Yankees
Mets are
Yankee.
Metsing.
This is what we do, Peter.
Who's we? It's funny how I don't care about the Mets. Why do I care about the Mets? I'm a Yankee fan. I don't care about the National League. I don't care about the Mets. They're insect.
Yep.
But all of a sudden you celebrate the fact that they lose, so you do care. I don't mind that you care. I care. I'm obsessed with the Yankees. Even when the Mets are winning, I always compare it to the Yankees. I'm jealous. I can at least own up to the fact that you live in my head. But we live in your head, but you don't like to. You say no, but
first of all, I was joking.
Well,
Second
you say
of all,
that.
remember,
I don't think you were joking. You're kidding on the square, as Michael.
That's exactly right. They always are.
In the family, I got to deal with this on a regular basis, so I always like to just knead a little bit, just a little bit. My sister hates it. The LOL Mets logo that I send her every now and then.
Well, there is a laugh out.
That's not.
But Carlos Mendoza survived.
Because they do one thing, and my phone's spamming with all this stuff. The Grimace stuff last year, every time they win a game, she sent me a Grimace picture. I'm like, really? Every single time we're going to do this?
Managers are getting fired around Major League Baseball.
Except
managers that have won champions.
In the division.
Yeah, in the division.
But Carlos Mendoza still has his job. Again, I'm not blaming him, but no changes for the Mets other than guys getting hurt as they start their series with the Nationals. We'll get into the baseball a little later on, including a question that I have for the great Alan Hahn in just a bit. But we open with the Knicks because that's where we are at right now at Stout.
Upstairs.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live at Stout, brought to you by Tick Pick. So let's hear from you about the Knicks at 1-800-919-3776. Let's start with Vinny in Staten Island. You're first up on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Hello?
What's up?
Hey.
Hello?
Hey.
What's going on, guys?
It's all happening.
How are you?
Good.
All right. Knicks are going to get blown out tonight.
Whoa. Why?
The game the other night, Atlanta was 10 for 40 from three-point range.
10 for 41.
10 for 41, sorry. Anunoby kept it in early. He was the best player on the Knicks by far.
He's been in the
They're
whole
gonna
series.
They're going to go back to the Jalen Brunson mode.
Nope.
Cat's going to fall asleep again.
Hope
I
not.
just see what's going to happen.
All right. I need to know why you feel like everything that worked in Game 4 will go completely like on the cutting room floor for Game 5. Like, what makes you feel like that's going to happen?
Because this is what always happens to this team, especially Cat. He can't put two back-to-back like he can. And for Anunoby to play at such a high level of 5 straight games, and the bench also. Alvarado had some key buckets, so did McBride. And remember, the Hawks only lost by 16 points and shot 10 for 41.
Okay.
The Knicks should have blew them. The Knicks should have won by 30.
But they were
Yeah,
down.
The Knicks should have won.
I actually think you've made a lot of salient points, and I'm not joking. I'm serious.
Yeah, no, his
Up
reasoning-
until the
his
reasoning
reasoning-
makes sense, but the line only lost by 16 just doesn't hit the way you think it does, even with the 10 for 41 from 3.
That game was a blowout in the fourth.
But-
They should have won by 30.
Okay, well, 16 is cool, but listen, thank you for the call.
Yes.
He does make a couple salient points.
He
though.
does. No, he
and
does.
you have every right to believe
That's right.
that the Knicks are going to return to what they've done. You do. It's the same thing Ballard said the other day when he tweeted the show. If you watch the Knicks night in, night out, until they prove otherwise, that they will put it together 2, 3, 4 games in a row when it matters, you have the right to think that they'll revert to the mean.
And there's also what he said about Towns not being able to put games consistently together, where you had a great game and then you followed up with another great game. That's kind of been the frustration with him, is that he had a great game and you could see a fourth quarter where he's invisible. He doesn't do anything, doesn't want the ball, whatever it is. That does happen with him. So I can't argue with that point either. That's why that first quarter, I told everybody, the first quarter is a critical quarter tonight that will let you know whether or not this team has figured it out and believes now in what they need to do to win, or if it's just back to square one because, again, Towns doesn't show up ready to play. Brunson's taking too many shots. The offense falls stagnant. They let a guy get hot on the other team, and the next thing you know, they're down by 10.
He made some cogent points. But also, there were some holes in his argument.
All right.
And one of the biggest holes in his argument, the Knicks always do this. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's been 3 straight years they've gotten out of the first round.
Yeah.
All right? Now, I do agree that the way they are is probably going to cost them a legitimate chance at a championship. It might be the reason why they don't beat the Boston Celtics and why you say it's going to go through Boston to get there.
Yeah.
But, last year they played with their food, but they beat Detroit. The year before that, yeah, there were moments where you were kind of scared with Embiid, but you beat Philadelphia, beat the Cavs the year before. So, all right, in the first round, it's an issue, but they find a way to get through it, all right? Mm-hmm. So why would you feel like this is the year they're not? So when you say they always do this, they don't always do this. They're trying to win a first-round series for 4 consecutive years.
They gave away a game that this series should be 3-1. That's how you have to
it
look
should
at it.
be. They probably should have
outplayed.
swept against Detroit. They shouldn't have played in 6
No, not
last
6.
year.
That game 5 was
They're
bad.
up 3-1, right?
Yeah.
And
game
now
5 was bad.
No,
yes.
and so they what they did in the reason the series is 2-2 is like typical Knicks. But at least in the first round, they've showed the ability to be able to get through that.
Yes. Yeah, that's fair.
But if you tell me that that's the reason why they're not going to win a championship, then I would agree with you.
It's definitely a look into why it's hard as a fan to have full confidence in this team.
Yeah, for the long haul, but to get through Atlanta.
But in general, because that's just kind of what
they're going to get blown out tonight.
Well, I don't.
Listen, if we're on the air tomorrow and the Knicks get blown out, yeah, we should have like a couch in the studio.
I might call in sick.
Yeah, no, you can't call in sick.
No?
Because people are going to need you.
No, that's when you're most needed. We can celebrate without you.
Who's going to be there for me? I got to get up tomorrow morning. I'm going to have about 3 hours sleep tonight. And then I got to get up and talk about it.
Well, you know what?
And then I got to sit through 4 hours. Who's going to be there for me?
It's not going to happen. I'm not listening to that call.
You promise?
I'm
giving me your word.
I'm strongly considering.
Prove it. Bet on the Knicks right now.
Are you strongly considering
put your money down? If you put your money down, I will feel much better.
Is that true?
Yes.
Based on what happened?
You bet the Penguins, didn't you?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No. So far, it's only been the Knicks that I've gone with.
Wow.
So the Knicks are minus 6.5.
6.5. Show me something. Put it on the table.
I told you right now. This is a snooze.
All right. Wally's working on it.
I'm not working on it. Hold on. How about 500?
500 again?
You want me to turn around and put the whole 1,000?
Oh.
Should I turn around and put the whole thou wow on?
Now he's bragging.
Thou wow.
Show me
something.
something.
I had the 500 turned into
little thou wow.
A thou wow.
Okay.
Do I put the thou wow down on the Knicks?
I would not ask you.
I would keep your winnings.
Keep the winnings.
And just bet. No. Sorry. Keep your original bet and put the winnings down.
No wow, just honey.
Yeah.
So do you want me to just put the honey on it? 4 honey. I won, I think, 450.
Okay.
So you want me to put that down?
Yeah. Do the
so
4.
all the winnings right now.
Yeah. Whatever your plus.
My 450 wins 416 here on FanDuel. And it is done. Locked. Minus 6.5.
It felt better on Friday. This
is showing me something.
This felt
no,
dirty,
but he won. I already wanted to do it.
No, you manned up. I give you credit for it.
I was already going to do it, but Alex said it would make him feel better. Done.
I actually feel really good right now.
Tony is in Tampa. You're on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Fellas, how we doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, Knicks time, baby. I just want to get your thoughts on Brunson, your honest opinion on Brunson, just seeing how beloved he is in this city. Start, bench, cut. Ewing, Melo, Brunson. And if you cut Brunson, where do the Knicks need to be? Where do they need to get for Brunson to surpass, either one?
I'm going to surprise him.
Yeah, go on. I think we might have the same one.
I'm starting Ewing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm benching Brunson.
Yes, cutting.
You got to cut Melo.
I'm with him.
And here's why.
I'm with him.
The only reason why, and I love Melo, and he's going to hate hearing this, it's because look at the playoff history.
That's right.
Brunson has won a playoff round every year of his Knick career, averaging just under 30 points a game in the playoffs in his Knick career. He's had big game-winning shots. He had big moments. Carmelo Anthony in 3 years won 1 series.
Yep.
Now,
it's not all his fault. It's not all his fault.
Mm-hmm.
But Patrick Ewing, 14 years, made the playoffs in a row. 14 in a row.
No, listen.
Patrick's the obvious one.
Ewing's definitely one.
But
Ewing is the one.
Look at Knick playoff history right now, where Jalen Brunson ranks in playoff history. He's right there right behind Ewing. That's why you got to do it.
What about the impact that when Stat came and then Melo? They were in turmoil. The city finally blew up when Melo came.
Hang on a second. Where were the Knicks when Brunson showed up? They didn't make
true.
the playoffs the year before. They had 37 wins.
And it wasn't all.
And the other guy on the team, Randall, who helped you get to a playoff in the COVID year, he couldn't go. He couldn't do anything because they would just double team him. No, Brunson unlocked things here just as much. People weren't filling 7th Avenue. Brunson got here and changed all that.
Start bench cut. That's actually very
it's
good.
really hard.
That's a good one.
It's
that's
not
a very
easy, and I'm only basing it on history and what the numbers tell me. Because obviously Carmelo Anthony's a Hall of Famer, but I promise you, Jalen Brunson, when he's done, will be in the Hall of Fame.
That's why it was so good.
He will be in the Hall of Fame.
That's why it was terrific because
it's a very good question.
It's really hard. So you were going to cut a really great player.
Yes, you're going to have to.
Ewing's got to start, and you're right. Brunson's played in the conference final. Out of the first round, 3 straight years.
Yep.
And that Melo just had that one playoff series win in 2013, and that was it. Not all his fault. I get it. But, the tie's got to go to Brunson. This Don Hahn and Rosenberg broadcast from Stout is brought to you by Tick Pick. More of your calls at 1-800-919-3776. Get into the baseball later on. Talk about it Tuesday coming up at 4:30. ENN at 6. Monica McNutt's going to join us. Pat O'Keefe's going to join us. Why would you go anywhere else? Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
The Knicks.
Rebound. Towns and the putback is good. It's a Towns takeover here in the third quarter.
The Hawks.
Kicks it to Anunoby. Far corner 3. Got it. It's the 10th assist for Karl Anthony Towns and his first career playoff triple-double.
The NBA playoffs.
And the New York Knicks have evened this first-round series with Atlanta 2 games apiece.
Game 5 coverage begins tonight at 7 on 1050 and the ESPN New York app.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon. It's a slow go on the belts eastbound in Brooklyn. Crash right after Coney Island Avenue. Bumper to bumper there. Delays are backing up to the Verrazano westbound side. A heavy ride with everybody stopping to take a look. Mets are home later on tonight over at Citi Field. It's a great ride at the Whitestone Bridge getting into Queens. No issues from the Bronx side. You pick up some company on the expressway southbound heading over to the stadium and Northern Boulevard. Looking really good making your way over to the outbound George on the West Side Highway and Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound. Slam from White Plains Road on through. Inbound George. Still have some road work on the upper deck, about 5 to 10 minutes. Outbound Lincoln Orny about 10 to 15. Outbound Holland 5 to 10. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit mad.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge, or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Evan Cohen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app, share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. Ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Mother's Day is coming, and you gotta show love to the mothers in your life. You know you gotta take care of mom. Plus, my wife just became a first-time mom. So yeah, Mother's Day matters, and you gotta get it right. That's why I'm sending flowers from the Books Company. Right now, get 25% off with code CANTY. Books flowers are cut fresh, so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last way longer. And it's easy. Pick the bouquet, the delivery date, and you're done. Mother's Day is May 10th, so don't wait. Go to Books.com, use code CANTY to get 25% off. That's BOUQS.com.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
When it's playoff basketball, you got to do a little bit of everything.
The intensity levels are at an all-time high. These are the NBA playoffs. Every team looking to make a run.
This is incredible.
Every player looking to make history.
Give me all you got. Let's go.
So tune in because this is going to be unbelievable.
This is exactly what we want.
The NBA playoffs presented by Google continue on ABC, ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime.
This is Don Hahn and Rosenberg live from Stout, brought to you by Tick Pick. Come by if you're on your way to the game or just happen to be in the city. 35th between 7th and 8th. Come on upstairs, hang out with us, get ready for the Knicks and the Hawks Game 5. That's where we've started. We've got talk about it Tuesday at 4:30. Monica McNutt's going to be here at 5. Pat O'Keefe at 5:30. ENN at 6. Jam-packed show. Back to the busy phones at 1-800-919-3776. Talk to Anthony in New Jersey. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Tone?
Fellas.
What's up?
What's up?
What's going on, fellas? Go New York, right? But hey, I got a quick question, a serious question for Allen because I know he's the closest one to the Knicks. I know we're gonna win this series. It's looking a little funny, but I know we're gonna win. But Allen, I got a quick question. How do you think we're gonna win against the Celtics? Because we're really bad defending the three-point line. And I'll leave you with that. Have a good show, guys, and I'll keep listening.
Thanks, Anthony.
All right, you're already jumping ahead to the Celtics.
Sounds like it.
Well, they beat them 3 out of 4 times this season, the regular season. And you beat them by not only they're going to take a lot of threes. What you got to do is limit their offensive rebounding because they take a lot of threes, they miss a lot of threes. And that leads to long rebounds. And the Knicks have been very good at getting to those, which is another thing they have to do with the Hawks. They didn't do that well in the second half of Game 2, but they were very good at it in Game 4. That game, they were great at limiting transition off of missed shots. Now, the Celtics will get a lot of offensive rebounds. That's how they're killing the Sixers. You got to limit those, and the Knicks were a top 5 three-point shooting team in the NBA this year. So you also match them. So if you can also take and make threes, which, by the way, the Celtics defensively against the three, not good. So if you're a good three-point shooting team, you have a chance against them for that reason. You're neutralizing their strength because it's a strength of yours as well. You just have to limit the extra chances they get because then they'll really bury you.
Listen, I know you're excited to face the Celtics. I believe they're going to win this series. You believe they're going to win this series.
Peter
believes it. It's 2-2.
It's too soon.
Dude,
too soon.
We got to wait it out. I think it's inevitable. Everybody's looking forward to it, but the best laid plans, man.
Well, it's funny. Today
be careful, man.
Today we got that call. Yesterday we got the call about who's going to replace Mike Brown.
Right, it's over.
Right? Like we really can't live in the moment, can we? We can't be where our feet are right now. where either it's all going to fall apart, so let's start talking about the next coach, or, this series is over, let's talk about the next opponent. Can we just live in the now?
But let's face it. When you are an elite team, and I think the Knicks are an elite team, and in the conversation to win a championship, the first round is almost an extension of the regular season. You got to get out of the first round.
It for granted.
And if you don't, the coach is going to be in trouble.
That's a great point.
And what's wrong with thinking about the second round? They're supposed to make a run. But, hey, if it's 3-1.
Are we impatient with the Hawks? Are we impatient with them already?
Well, I get it. I understand it. But also the math tells you it's 2-2.
Yeah, and they're good.
So don't start counting your chicken.
You're not losing to a bum team.
If I'm doing a show in Orlando and I'm up 3-1 on Detroit and you want to fantasize, great. Or if you're the Lakers or if you're the Celtics.
Celtics for sure.
But at 2-2,
no.
Spike in St. Pete, you're on ESPN New York. What's up, buddy?
Oh, my gosh, I got a good sign this morning. I'll digress from basketball for 15 seconds. I got some health issues and all. I wasn't feeling good at all last night. And whatever I'm doing, the machine broke and said, stay home today. So I said, wow. You're letting me deal. It's inevitable. You got to do it. But here's what I see. And I was the one that I told Anthony this on pre-pickup that said that Detroit would get knocked off. I said Cleveland. And that soon may be it. Alan and I and all you guys, we've talked all year that Jamal Mosley's job was on the line. And that's not commenting. He took a team where half of the team was out for half of the year almost and finished at 500. But that's life. Like the two baseball managers that just lost their job. But I'm not crazy when it comes to what I see. There's more talent on the Knicks. Of course, Quinn Snyder's going to make an adjustment, and Knicks got to make an adjustment. The guy that called, probably the nicest guy in the world, to play his own. If you watched the game last night, Alan, have you ever seen? This is the fallacy where plus minus means nothing. And I'll hang up. And thanks you guys for everything. You're really keeping me going. Look at the line on Jalen Suggs last night and tell me how he was plus 7. How was he plus 17?
He couldn't make a shot.
Look at his lines, plus 17, 1 for 13.
Yeah.
It's
well,
ridiculous.
because his defensively they were really good, and that's how you do it. Other people score. You're on the floor and you're playing defense. But 1 for 13. What was he? 1 for what? 13.
13, and 1 for 11 from 3.
And it was all threes too, which is not his strength. He really was on the struggle bus, but that's what the playoffs are about. I can't make a shot. How else can I help my team win? So you make plays to help your team win, and defense was the story. That was an old school grinder, man. That game last night, oh my God, an old school grinder. Not fun to watch, not pretty, but in the end, you were really compelled by it. But that's what Cleveland's got waiting for them if they get out of their series. By the way,
and they haven't even done that.
Slugfest. Whoever it is, if it's Detroit or Orlando, Cleveland's got to deal with that. That's what you wanted, Cleveland. That's what you got.
Yeah. Again, if they can get out of it.
If they can get out of it, right.
Beat Toronto. They're 2-2 there. So it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun so far in the playoffs. So we'll see if the Knicks can make even more fun by winning the game tonight. All right, we got a big 4 o'clock hour. I want to get into some of the things that happened in baseball. Phillies changed managers, Red Sox changed managers, Mets have not. And I've got a question for Alan Hahn as well about his New York Yankees. This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, and we are live at Stout, brought to you by Tick Pick. We're going to be here until 7 o'clock, and that's when our coverage will begin for the Knicks and the Hawks. Peter.
But, I'm the perfect person to talk about FanDuel because you see I put my money where my mouth is.
Love it. Right there.
Now, you can also bet the Kentucky Derby on FanDuel, where you can bet all your other favorite sports as well. And right now, all customers can get a Derby bet reset. That means you'll get racing bonus back if your bet doesn't win. The app is super easy to use. You don't have to be a horse racing expert to get in on the Derby Day action. Just bet the fastest 2 minutes in sports on FanDuel. Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks are registered trademarks of Churchill Downs Incorporated. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Verified FD racing account required. Refund issued is non-withdrawable racing site credit that expires 9 days after receipt. Max refund $10 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at racing.fanduel.com for help with a gambling problem. Call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $219 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN TM133469. MSRP $28,065. Zero security deposit. Ends 4/30/26.
You remember what it feels like to move without thinking about pain? To get up, sit up, walk, work, or live without that constant ache? If neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica took that away from you, it's time to get it back. I'm Bart Scott. Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain is the guy you need. Ivy League trained, double board certified, no surgery, no scars, no long recovery, just precise, image-guided, non-surgical treatments designed to get you feeling strong again. With offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, and most major insurances are accepted, there is no reason to wait. Go to SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Evan Cohen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app, share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Lowe's has the brands pros trust to get the job done. You can now shop new Catalyst fencing solutions and save big when you do. 10% off when you buy in bulk. Plus, save $180 on a DeWalt 12-inch dual bevel sliding compound miter saw. Now just $449. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/6 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is the Michael Kay Show.
A small market team can't make a mistake when it comes to money and length of contract because it could cripple them. The Mets are not going to be crippled if in the 4th and 5th year of his contract, Pete Alonso was not the same player. So as you're building this Nirvana-like team that you're trying to build in Queens, 2026 looks like it's shot. Are you happy with that? Ask yourself this question, Met fans. Would you be better off with Alonso and Nimmo now than what you have?
The Michael Kay Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, fellas.
I like that.
It's totally time.
Knicks-Hawks Game 5 coverage begins on 10:50 starting at 7. Mets are back in action against the Nationals with coverage on 8:80 starting at 6:30, and the Yankees continue their series with the Rangers at 8:05. We should tell you that we are still going to be with you on YouTube and the app until 7.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll lose 8:80 at 6:30 for Mets coverage, but if you're consuming us on YouTube or on the ESPN app, we're going to take you up until 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yankees continue their series with the Rangers at 8:05. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live at Stout, brought to you by TickPick. TickPick fans know the best memories start with best prices. Now, Philadelphia fired their manager. Rob Thomson took over for Joe Girardi back in 2022, took them to the World Series. Went to the playoffs 3 consecutive years after that. Off to a 9-19 start. Bang, he's gone. Alex Cora won a World Series. Gone with the Boston Red Sox, and yet Carlos Mendoza is still here. And I'm kind of surprised, quite frankly, that we have not heard from David Stearns. All right, Monday.
He just talked over the weekend, though, didn't he?
I understand. But during that weekend, your team got swept by the Rockies. Off day on Monday. Your manager still has a job, although there was a lot of speculation he'd lose his job. I give David Stearns credit. He has spoken to the media. Every homestand, he has a conversation. Wouldn't it be good before this national series? Answer some questions like, all right, you kept Carlos Mendoza. Why? Maybe take some responsibility for the fact that you're 10 games under 500 with players that you put together. I'm just saying, does he have to talk, Peter? No.
Well, especially not if he's going to fire him next week.
It would be nice to kind of just get an update on things here.
But Don, I think he would only do what you're saying if he's not letting him go. And maybe it was literally a matter of our timeline with him is just a little off, and Stearns is like, I'm looking at one more week. So he's not going to do it. He's going to see how this week plays out.
I'm telling you that I don't think they think he's the problem.
Or, by the way, that's the bigger issue.
That's what
he's like, I'm not really worried about firing the manager. I don't think we have a good team.
Like to hear?
Fire yourself.
But that's the thing.
I have an injured star, and my players aren't playing to what they're supposed to be. They're not living up to expectations. They're going to get more time. But as we know, a lot of times slow starts generally take you into about May. And that's when you start talking and calling about trades and everything else.
Don, you're the Mets fan.
Yes.
Is it Mendoza's fault at all?
He's not the biggest problem. But I'm sorry, you're the manager of a team that's 10 games under 500. All right? He said after they got swept in a doubleheader, he didn't have any answers how to correct it. He said after Game 1, he thought that they kind of had a lackluster Game 1. There wasn't a lot of energy. What happened in Game 2? They got shut out 3-0.
No response.
Sometimes you do what there's only to do, and that is, I'm gonna see if I can kind of stir it up a little bit. I can't. It's too early to make trades. I can't dump all these players, but you know what I can do? I can change the manager, kind of freshen it up just a little bit, okay? He was also the manager of a team that underachieved last year. You make a bunch of changes to the roster, and now the team's even worse than they were after your general manager said, we're going to be better than we were last year. And so far through 28 games, it's not even close.
And you didn't even mention that we know that there are some clubhouse issues that he obviously has not been able to mend among his star players.
But you have the off day on Monday. All right, and you decide that you're not going to fire. What would it hurt a general manager, who I give credit to, does speak, you're home, just to say, hey, I didn't fire Carlos Mendoza because it's not his fault. It's my fault. I put this team together. I'm going to fix it. We're going to make sure that we're better. Just take some ownership in what's going on here. But, I guess he's not obligated to speak, but I give Brian Cashman and Stearns credit. They do speak to the media, but I think that after you got swept in a weekend series, you scored 1 run and getting swept in a doubleheader. You come on an off day, you got the Nationals coming in, you do speak to the media. I would have loved to hear something, didn't hear anything, and now Senga is on the IL, so it just continues to get worse for this Mets team.
What if I told you Dombrowski gave Thomson a vote of confidence just a week ago?
Yeah, it happens. And what happened with that vote of confidence? You dropped 2 out of 3 to Atlanta.
Well, what else?
First place team.
What else do you think it means, though?
I mean, it just means it's all horse garbage. It doesn't matter.
No, it means that someone above Dombrowski made this decision.
Well, maybe.
No, clearly.
Or was it just the case of what happened? Is Alex Cora gets fired. He was hot to get Cora because they had a relationship. They called him, and they were going to give him the leeway to not be overly analytic, exactly what Cora wants. And Cora said no.
Yeah.
That's why there's no chance that he's coming to the Mets.
Donnie's son is in the front office there?
Yeah.
So how great is that?
And who doesn't love Don Mattingly, who's now the interim manager with the Phillies? So I'm no Philly fan, but I wouldn't mind to see Don Mattingly do well.
I have no problem rooting
for
the
You've got no problem
Phillies.
with it. But I just wonder if it was a case of.
World Series.
But Cora's getting $14 million this year and next year combined to do nothing. He's got 8-year-old twins. He's probably thinking, listen, I'll probably get a job during the playoffs at NBC.
Do some TV.
You know, I'll
to.
just collect money, $14 million over the next 2 years, and hang out with my 8-year-old twins. I guess he's got a daughter from another marriage that's in college in Boston.
And then also wait for the best job to open, not the next job.
And
right?
you know what? And in the off season, where you get to be there in spring training and not have to pick up a team that's 10 games under 500 and might have a mess. But I think that's what either what you said, somebody up above Dombrowski said it, or
we got to make a change.
Hey, they were going to ride with Thomson until all of a sudden Alex became available. But you got to do your due diligence.
Hang on a second. Yeah.
Get the no first before you fire the manager.
I would think you could do the back channel to find out if he'd be interested. But I just honestly think that I don't think Stearns is looking to lay blame on anyone. And above him, it's up to Steve Cohen. This is not I don't think Stearns is the one that fires Mendoza. I think it's Cohen that fires him, right? So whatever Stearns is doing, I thought this was a collaborative. That was his
manager, right?
Well,
he was the one that didn't call Buck and fired him.
I understand, but it's also a collaborative. And I do think that if you're Stearns, first of all, who are you to fire this guy? You're the one that changed his roster. This guy managed a team to.
Well, you brought him in.
This guy managed a team to the NLCS against the eventual champions, to Game 6.
Right.
Okay? You then took his roster and tore it to pieces and then gave him a totally different-looking roster and then said, here, make this work. And now all of a sudden he can't manage?
Well,
I'm with you, though. I don't think – see, we also are going old school. The manager's job is really about the lineups and the collaborative of what the analytics tell you and making decisions based on what will help us win tonight. We also believe the manager's job is to make sure that your players are right, that the clubhouse is right, that guys get along, that if a player's slumping, you find out what it is, let's work on this. I don't know if that exists in baseball anymore because they have a million coaches. And, oh, by the way, they fired all those coaches, Don. So you're talking about a manager that came into a season with a whole new staff and a whole new roster. But because they suck early in the season, it's his fault.
Well, but that's part
that's
of it,
That's why I don't know if Stearns can do that.
Isn't that part of it, though, that, hey, I wasn't happy with only 83 wins. I changed the roster. I made you fire all your lieutenants.
Yep.
Guess who's next? I mean, that's just the way it works.
I get it.
I believe Carlos Mendoza is a good manager, and I don't believe he deserves to be fired. But sometimes circumstances call for guys to get let go because it's the one thing
I think it's the owner. The owner has to make this choice.
And you haven't – it's also you may not deserve to get fired, but being that we know how these businesses work, have you done enough to not get fired?
Well –
and is there anything you can do in the next week?
Win.
If they did punt till next week. Yeah, win what? Win how many? Win them all?
We already talked about
5-1 over the week?
I don't know.
I don't know what it looks like. It's got to look better than this. And you know what? Like, did Thibodeau deserve to get fired?
So now Lindor's hurt, Senga's hurt. Like, you don't have starting pitching as it is. You have McLean, and that's about it. So
yeah, but the fact is, it's
you
not
can make
really
a million
even the pitching.
excuses.
It's really just been about
it's been their offense.
lack
their
of
offense
offense.
has been terrible.
But, you know, we live in a world like, did Tom Thibodeau deserve to get fired? He took his team to the conference final.
Right.
You thought you could do better, so you let him go, or you listen to the players. I mean, managers, you know, Cassidy got fired in Las Vegas. They were going to the playoffs. They thought they could do better to get John Tortorella in here. Was it Patrick Waugh's fault? The Islanders were in the situation that they were in.
But they knew we were going to make a change anyway.
But that's, you know, we're sitting here trying to save Carlos Mendoza's job, right?
Mm-hmm.
If this team misses the playoffs, he's going to be out of a job.
Yes.
All right? So all you're doing is kicking the can down the road. Or do you say, before we get to that point, maybe we can do something that'll fire these players up. All the players said, don't fire Carlos. He doesn't deserve to lose his job. Yet you go out there and score 1 run in 2 games against Colorado. Like, maybe there's a manager out there you will play harder for, that you will do something for. Well, so that's what it comes down to, Alan. What do you do?
The only other name outside of Alex Cora that makes sense right now is Carlos Beltran. And he's already in the organization. He's there.
And you wonder, is this just a case of maybe they don't think he's ready? They thought he was ready when they gave him the job.
They hired him.
But there's one thing to get a job at the beginning of the year, and there's also, by the way, try to save our season. We're 10 games under 500. Or maybe Carlos doesn't want – I don't know. Maybe Carlos is like, listen, if you're going to give me the job, give it to me. You're going to give it to me in the spring or give it to me next spring. Don't give it to me when I'm 10 games under 500 with this roster.
It's early enough. It's early enough because, you know, you're not going to just change the manager. You're also going to change players.
Well, and
it's
also
too early in the season to make trades right now. That's coming. You know that's
You
coming.
also don't have to view it as save our season.
Yeah.
It can also be viewed as, no, we're giving you starting time. This is not an experienced manager.
Yeah.
We're going to give you experience this year. This year's a wash. We want you to take this year and then come in next year and have a fresh year.
Does anybody, you're not wrong, but will anybody look at this year as a wash? If you bring in another manager, especially somebody with the name value of Carlos Beltran, 28 games into the season, and say that the next 138 games are a wash?
No, you
or
can't
are they
do
going to
that.
say,
No, but what's the
save our
expectation?
season?
But save it or just be better than it was?
Just be better than it was, and using the examples of last year, the Blue Jays. Was it 2 years ago, Philadelphia? Right? Like there's examples in the sport where you made an early season managerial move, or there were also examples of where you just stuck with it.
Yeah, that too.
But
and it just turned, and you don't know why it turned. It just finally clicked.
But it's interesting with the Reds. Like the Red Sox have missed the playoffs. The Red Sox have been a bad team under Alex Cora, but Robbie Thompson's got them in the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
All right, they
This
didn't
has
change
been a
the
bad
roster,
start,
and
They didn't have Zach Wheeler.
It's a bad start. Yeah. But I'm just saying that a guy that actually took a team to a World Series had got to the playoffs 4 straight years. He wasn't able to save his job.
Yeah, but they didn't win the World Series, and they couldn't get back. That was also hanging over him already. Can this guy?
Because expectations
further?
But I guess expectations are different, right?
Well, they have start. They did spend money.
Well, and
they
then
have
listen,
stars,
but,
and they
but
are.
Wheeler's hurt, and Wheeler's coming back. So Donnie Baseball is going to have the benefit of a team that's probably going to turn it around anyway.
Maybe.
They get Zach Wheeler back.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, I feel bad coming on and saying, I'm not demanding Carlos Mendoza be fired.
You want something,
but
you want to see
something's
something.
going to happen.
Yes.
I mean, you're fiddling as Rome Burns.
Yeah.
Like what? And I'm just tired of hearing it's early. It's early. Now, it is early to the extent of shifting it over to the Yankees.
Okay.
The Yankees are off to an amazing start. They're in first place.
Amazing.
And for the first time since Mantle and Berra, they've got 2 players with 10 home runs or more this early in the season. But, and again, it's not their fault. Do you realize, Peter might not know this, because I talked about it with Alan before, so he knows.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad. Just throw out a number.
I got it wrong.
Outside of the Yankees,
All right.
how many teams in the American League, the entire American League, are above 500?
Outside of the Yankees.
Yeah.
How many teams in the entire American League are above 500?
So we're talking out of 14 other teams.
Well,
how many of those 14 are above 500?
4.
Very good.
He's right there, guessing 2.
He's 2. God, you guys are very good. The answer's 3. The Rays are 17-11. The Tigers are 15-14. The A's are 15-13.
So not exactly flying colors either.
No.
So baseball is in a really bad place. Okay. Matter of fact, you take a look at the National League East. The Braves are, 20-9.
Yeah.
They're the only team above 500 in the entire division.
Yeah.
But that may speak to what Alan was just saying too. Is it maybe a weird year where sticking it out is more the thing
who
because the
stays
league's
cool.
so bad?
Yeah.
You're 10 games under 500 now. It feels, especially if you're a Mets fan, because you're broken. If you're not a Mets fan, if you're living in the real world and you're just seeing a team under 10 games under 500, and you're thinking, hey, let's get it to Alan. It sounds like the worst thing ever. It sounds like with how bad this league is, though, you could get to the All-Star break 5 games under 500 and have a second half of the year.
That's the question. How far out? Now, again, it's so stupid early, but that doesn't matter.
Well, very far from the Braves.
How far?
For the wild card.
Wild card.
For the wild card.
Because you got to start there.
Let's take a
If
look.
everybody else is sort of going through it,
That's right.
what does it matter? Because you just have to be one of the teams that figures it out, that gets
True.
it right. Whereas
But how do
others
you
might
figure
not.
it out? Like,
Well,
one of the ways
you
to figure it out?
You believe in the group you put together,
Okay.
and you expect that once you get
They're
back.
They're 6.5 back. They're last.
Stop it.
They're last. They're 6.5 back of the wild card.
All right, that's not good.
It's not great. They're the worst. They're
all right.
last. They're dead last.
If that gets to what by May, then you have to have massive changes. What number does that need to be at? 6.5 is still relative.
I know,
with
you
a ton
start
of
getting
games
into double
left.
digits.
But if you get to 10,
oh yeah, no, 10 back on the wild
then
card.
it's everybody goes, right?
No, 'cause
Everybody goes.
Now,
All right.
Max Goodman, who covers the Mets for NJ.com,
Yeah.
says Juan Soto has been dealing with forearm tightness in his throwing arm.
Oh, no.
Carlos Mendoza says.
He
had an MRI today, and the ligament is fine, but that's why he's been at DH of late and not in the outfield.
Well, at least he's still hitting because that's his strength anyway. But you were going to ask me about the Yankees involving the schedule.
So what I'm saying
the
is,
records.
Are the Yankees that good?
The Yankees are one of 4 teams in the American League with a winning record.
That's right. And unfortunate for them that the Rays are the only team that's like more than 2 games above 500 in their own division. So they're not running away with things. But
not yet.
But I guess my question is, are the Yankees that good, or are they taking advantage of what is a real weak American League?
Can I say both?
Yeah, I think it's fair.
I think they're that good, and they're taking advantage of it. I mean, look, again, they just went through the Red Sox, who are a disaster. They took 2 out of 3 with Houston, and now they're going to Texas. Like, this is what you're supposed to do when you're playing teams that are struggling. You take advantage of it, so you do that. But you're also got to be good enough to do that instead of, win one, lose one, which now you're just like them, 500. So you have that. I think it's their pitching.
No,
I
their
think
pitching
obviously,
is outstanding.
and obviously their offense, especially at the top of the order, what they're getting out of Rice and Judge is phenomenal right now. It's so funny how we are now what Judge is doing to start this season. He's got 12, right? 12 home runs.
Yes,
Peter, 12 home runs.
Yeah,
it's not May yet.
Well, yeah,
and we just shrug. Oh yeah, that's Judge. That's what he does. 3 for 3 and a walk, a home run.
Do it in the playoffs, Alan.
Well, but still though. Like the fact that it's year after year, death taxes and Aaron Judge hitting home runs. It just doesn't stop.
It's pretty.
So you
incredible.
have that, right? So I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to tell you this, Don. They're about to get better. They're about to get better because Cole is close. Rodon's got 2 more rehab starts, and then he's going to be back. So your starting pitching, which has been very good, gets even better.
It gets better on paper, but everybody has been pitching so well. And you're winning the games that the guys that are going to be taken out of the lineup.
He gone.
Right. Well, Heel's gone. Right. But
then what? Warren is that extra guy when you got 2, because Schlittler is definitely the man.
No, he's definitely
Freed
the
is the man.
Not going anywhere.
Cole,
Cole's
is the
gotta
ace.
Get starts.
And then Rodon could be your 4th.
Rodon's got to get starts. Yeah. Well, he probably will be.
So and then Weathers is out right now, but you don't.
Right.
What do you make him a long man out of the bullpen?
I would.
And Warren becomes your 5th starter.
You got an embarrassment of riches.
Are you kidding me?
With the rotation.
And by the way, I'll be the first to, and I don't think I'm jinxing anybody. Someone's getting hurt.
Oh, they special pitchers?
Someone's going to miss time, so you're going to still need to have that. But to me, you've asked me, are they good or are they taking advantage of a weak American League? And I'm saying it's both. I think they're good and they're going to get better.
Of course, we know they're good. But I think
the only concern is the bottom of the order.
They are going – the Rays will be a little bit of an issue.
Always
they're going to run away with things in the American League, and then their true test will come once we get to the World Series because the Dodgers are good, the Padres are good, the Braves are good.
Yep.
Like you take a look at like the legitimately good teams in baseball. Are you ready to say the Rays are legitimately good 6 games above 500? I'm not, but the record.
I'm willing to say that they are a pain in the ass that will just.
All right. Throw them in for
going to give you trouble.
Because I can't throw anybody else in the American League. So let's say Yankees, Rays in the American.
Okay.
All right. In the National League.
Well, wait. American League? That's all you're giving me?
That's all you give me. I'm telling you, there's only 3 games. The only other 2 games above 500 are the Tigers that are a game over.
Yeah.
And the A's that are 2 over.
The Tigers are weird this year too, right? Because they should be better. But
they're only a game above it.
You trust the A's?
No.
You don't trust them at all?
No.
They're playing good.
Well, and they're also playing with a chip on their shoulder, like vagabonds, playing in the minor league stadium in Sacramento and all that stuff.
It's not what you want.
But they've done some things. They've
All right.
spent some money.
All right.
But in the National League, Braves are 20-9. They're legitimately good.
Yes.
We know how good the Dodgers are. The Padres are very good.
Yeah, and that's what I love. If you're anybody in the National League, what you love is that the Padres are right there with the Dodgers because that's a bloodbath. And it puts pressure on the Dodgers, and it keeps pressure on the Dodgers, which is what you want. They're not going to run away with it and put their feet up.
No.
Right?
But,
they're going to have to stay on it, and that's why having the Padres in that division is so big.
All right. We have the sound from Mendoza on what Juan Soto's going through.
I was waiting for somebody to ask me. So he, on Friday, after the defensive work, he complained about forearm tightness after the throwing. Obviously, he was DHing that day. Saturday, we got rained out. Sunday came in, pretty much felt the same. He threw, but, like 50, 60 feet. Yesterday came in, got treatment, in play catch. We did an MRI today, and structurally he's fine. So ligament and all of that is fine. So he's going to continue to get treatment. He's going to throw. He's going to continue to throw, and hopefully, he can play the outfield here in the next few days. But doesn't bother him to swing or anything like that. But
good. That's good.
We're dealing with that too.
That's the most important part, if you ask me.
Of course, yeah, because he's not a great defender.
I'm not worried about him throwing anybody out.
Right? I didn't blink an eye that he was a DH when he came back off the IL. But I think the best.
Lubob hurt, by the way. Little tightness. He's out too.
Yeah, Lubob's out. I just saw that. Just got the report. Lubob's down.
Luis Robert, for those who don't know, we like to call him Lubob. He's our friend.
Yeah,
but that's it's. I'm sorry.
It never ends. Lower back tightness.
When you are losing,
for Lubob.
When you're a losing team, things hurt a little more.
Even your lower back.
Lower back tightens up. Forearm tightens up.
Well, guys don't want to play.
Forearm tightens up.
Oh, okay. The way you first did it.
I always fought through that.
Yeah, me too. It never stopped me.
Good for you both.
That's one injury. Right, for some reason, that's never an injury that affected me.
Didn't put you out?
It was always a part of me that was in shape. I might have other oblique strain, some tightness here. That forearms were always good.
Never. Always ready to go. Popeye, they called it.
It's Cal Ripken when it came to stuff
yeah.
like that. I call myself Carl Ripken.
Yeah, by the way.
Cal Ripken.
No, Don, he was 21, was 21-32?
Yeah.
No, I was like 31.
You've blown through that?
Oh, yeah. 1,000 days.
Counting. And counting.
And counting to this day.
So uncomfortable.
Seriously, when the team's not doing well, you're not going to fight through different injuries.
Well, and other great players on the team are all going down. It's like, all right, cool, I'll take a day too.
So it's not good. We've got the Knicks, though, for as long as they're going to be hanging in there. And, of course,
bet your ace.
They're all we got.
Yankees
they're all we need.
are fine, too.
At least till Thursday.
But there's a lot to talk about.
And what else?
Oh, I got something to talk about.
Talk about it Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's coming up next. And this is a very special day because Alan has been sitting on this since, the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And usually what happens is, full disclosure, he'll forget and not remember and get really frustrated. He remembered.
Oh, yeah. He brought it in today. Strong.
Yeah. I kept thinking about it just so I wouldn't forget.
You know what else I've been thinking about
What
deep in my soul, my loins?
Mazda?
Ramsey Mazda.
Ramsey Mazda, because there's a lot of reasons why they're stuck in your loins, and that's because of the fact there's so many reasons to buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid all-wheel drive for $259 for 36 months, or buy with 1.9% APR for 60 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN TN155263. MSRP $37,455. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per month per $1,000 financed. It ends 4/30/26. This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. We're live at Stout, brought to you by Tick Pick. And, of course, Talk About It Tuesday coming up next here on ESPN New York.
The Knicks.
Rebound. Towns, and the putback is good. It's a Towns takeover here in the third quarter.
The Hawks.
Kicks it to Anunoby. Far corner three. Got it. It's the 10th assist for Karl Anthony Towns and his first career playoff triple-double.
The NBA playoffs.
And the New York Knicks have evened this first-round series with Atlanta 2 games apiece.
Game 5 coverage begins tonight at 7 on 1050 and the ESPN New York app.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, and I know how a serious accident can change your life just like that.
I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and I understand that with pain comes medical bills and time out of work. Let us get you justice.
This is John Ryan, the closer. For over 35 years, our family has been getting accident victims every dollar they deserve.
I started this firm for the injured so they can bite back against the insurance companies.
Our legacy is to get you justice. Bite back.
To get you paid. Bite back.
At D'Agostino & Associates, bite back means fight back. When you're hurt and they blame you, we bite back and get you every dollar you deserve. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey, so call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. 1-800-248-3222. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, new Verizon Mobile and home customers can get Fios and Alina Mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabits per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios Internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Harry Douglas here. Let me ask you something. What if you can enjoy the taste of a cocktail, the warmth of a spirit, and still stay fully in control? That's RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category. RK delivers bold flavor and a real warming sensation with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and 0 calories. Perfect for nights out, social gatherings, or anytime you want the experience of a drink without sacrificing tomorrow. Check it out at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, all the flavor, none of the alcohol.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. It's a messy ride on the Belt westbound in Brooklyn. Just cleaned up a crash over by Bay Parkway. Still jammed heading toward the Verrazano from Flatbush Avenue. Mets are home later on tonight over at Citi Field. Also Bark in the Park and Mookie Wilson bobblehead night. Right now, you're looking good at the Whitestone Bridge heading into Queens. Expressway southbound slows you down a bit heading over to the stadium and Northern Boulevard. Definitely your worst ride to the outbound George Cross Bronx westbound. A broken down tractor trailer in the center lane by the Deegan. That is you crawling from the Bruckner on through. Inbound George just about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln Orania 5 to 10. Outbound Holland 10 to 15. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Evan Cohen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app, share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Sometimes you just can't take it anymore.
You're done. I'm done.
This is Let's Talk About It Tuesday.
And it's a really
with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
And this Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg broadcast is live from Stout, and it's brought to you by Tick Pick. It's Tuesday. It's 4:30, and that means it's Talk About It Tuesday. And Alan's got a good one, and he is up first.
I forgot.
No, you didn't.
No, it was something.
You're joking.
I'm trying to remember now.
I'd be really concerned because we were just talking about it off the air.
It's because I always forget.
You always do.
I know. It makes me so mad. And then by Thursday, I remember it, but it's not Talk About It Thursday.
No, it's that guy Thursday.
But it is Tuesday. It is Talk About It Tuesday. And I need to talk about this with you and all the sports fans out there. Everybody here with us at Stout upstairs, 35th Street, west of 7th Avenue, between 7th and 8th. Come hang out with us. Going to be here the rest of the night.
It's not the old Stout, folks.
Right.
New location.
Right. People are outside right now on 33rd going, what the hell? This place is
man.
closed. They told me they were going to be here.
And by the way, if you're making your way here, like through New York, maybe you're on the subway, whatever, I am told that I have a billboard that went up in Times Square. Sirius put up a Peter Rosenberg billboard in Times Square as we speak. Thank you.
How about that?
You hear the tens of applause. So I haven't seen it yet. So if anyone snaps a photo of that, I'm told it went up as of today.
That's fantastic.
All right, so I am
Good
that
for you.
guy in that regard. But
No, that's Thursday. Today is Talk About It. And I need to talk about this because I don't remember the unwritten rules of sports as a kid. I mean, I understand the bat flip thing.
Yeah.
You know, like how that sometimes upsets people. And I also remembered the put your head down and just run the bases for your home run. I get all that. But something happened over the weekend that I'm like, enough's enough. So the Minnesota Timberwolves had a euphoric home win to take a commanding series lead. And Jaden McDaniels, who's already been trolling the Denver Nuggets to begin with, had the ball late in the game, the time's running out, and the unwritten rule, when you have the lead and the other team's conceded, meaning they're not defending you anymore, is you just dribble it out.
Yeah.
Right?
You're up 15
Sometimes you
points.
even dribble it out while the shot clock's going off, take the turnover, give them the ball, and then they dribble it out.
That's right. That you'll see it done.
Now, God forbid you take a layup. Oh, my God. Now you've started a war. So McDaniel took the ball and was like, nobody's around. I'm going to take a layup. Made the layup. Nikola Jokic sprinted.
Fastest he moved all night, by the way.
I would say that's probably true. Some people did make note of that. Sprinted down the floor, got right in his grill, started a big fracas. Some people were fined for coming off the bench and all that stuff.
You say fracas.
Fracas, yeah.
Don, you fracas
is
or
it fracas?
I say fracas.
Fracas.
Fracas? That's a third? Hold on. I said fracas or fracas. You went fracas?
So it's fracas?
You say what?
It's not a fracas?
Jacob, you say fracas?
I say fracas also.
Fracas.
So
I don't know how.
Anybody else here, fracas or fracas? Fracas.
It's fracas. Look at that.
Anyone else?
Does anybody say it correctly? Fracas?
Wow.
Fracas.
Fracas. Fracas? It's fracas?
We're getting all the opinions
I
around
think
the
I'm
room
right,
here.
man.
I think this is rare on a word pronunciation. I think Don's right.
Can I say
I think
that-
it's fracas.
Can I say Don might be right? I like mine better.
You like fracas?
I like fracas.
I've heard. I want to be clear. I've heard fracas.
Yeah.
I just. It feels,
Once I heard fracas, I'm like, I like it. I'm going to say it that way.
It feels like without the K, it feels like because of the C.
Yeah.
It's it's a soft A.
Soft
That's how
A?
it feels to me.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I like a
Jokic,
good hard.
Jokic
hard
shoves McDaniel and
yeah,
starts
so
the
they start a
fracas,
whole
fracas.
fracas, and they're, it just becomes a thing. Guys get fined, and it's all over what? Guy made a layup, meaningless. Points, meaningless. Does nothing. We keep score, but we don't keep point differential. That doesn't matter. Why does this become a thing? So why do we have unwritten rules in sports like this, and why do they become something that the other team now I have to fight you? Is a bat flip becoming that big of a deal in baseball, or you look towards my dugout? Like that kind of thing. I can't think of one in hockey other than shooting it into the net
after
the
thing,
buzzer.
Buzzer
That's a
sounds,
thing.
you fire it into the empty net,
Yeah.
you are going to get chased
You're
down.
getting
But by the way,
similar
that,
situation.
but that's as dumb as that's the dumbest one.
Well, but that's
what's dumber.
Here's the thing.
It's over. It doesn't matter.
I understand.
Why
Right.
can't you have a fun shot on empty net?
That's what I mean. The buzzer sounded. You didn't get there in time. The net is empty, and you're happy. So throw it in the net and let's go. And they're coming after you, and you're like, dude, the game's over. What are you upset about? It doesn't count.
It's
So I don't understand. What's the football one? There's got to be one. What?
There's plenty.
I didn't take a knee.
Yeah,
I should be taking a knee here, but instead I'm going to run and get some more yards. And that you're mad at me.
Oh, and
you
certainly
saw what
throwing.
happened. You saw what happened with Tampa Bay and the Giants, where they took a knee. And remember, they still dove for the ball. They're gonna play till
trying
the
to knock the ball away.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes.
It's like, no, it's understood.
Right. All right. So,
by the way, I hate that one though.
So
that one's reversed. The football one makes even less sense because you're asking the team that's losing to
just
stop
give up.
trying.
Yeah.
That never made sense.
No,
to me.
I know you're about to take a knee.
So I should try to
I
do-
see the ball. I want to knock it free. Maybe I can get a fumble.
I don't get that.
All right. So I want to talk about whether or not we need to put a stop to these unwritten rules, and we need to all just grow the hell up. Who cares if he made a layup? Who cares? There's nobody down the floor. If you don't want to make the layup, why are you letting him all the way down there? He's down there. It doesn't matter. The game's over. You lost already. You conceded. All he did was make a layup. We don't keep point differential. It doesn't matter. What are you upset about? So that's my take. I don't understand these unwritten rules and why it's important. Do I agree that you need to have a healthy respect for your opponent in certain situations?
Of course.
Of course.
But this has nothing to do with that.
But this is more of like, what is it?
No, this is yo-yo. But Alan, hold on. I have to jump in here because if we're already seeing Alan getting closer and closer to losing it, and it's talk about it Tuesday, don't you think it's the perfect time to make sure he's seen Anthony's text? The Jets hosted Russell Wilson and are considering him as an option to back up Geno Smith.
Right. A guy that did nothing but make business decisions last year for the Giants. That's the perfect guy to back up.
You want to bring
just when we thought we were finally – maybe they did this out of respect. Maybe
out of respect for who?
Well, he asked.
Not their fans.
Maybe he asked.
you
know, he did a Savannah Banana at Yankee Stadium.
I bet he did.
Oh, he might have. I mean, God bless.
God bless.
But he took an at-bat.
He did.
Oh, he
yeah.
did?
Yeah.
How'd he do?
Former Yankee farmhand.
I remember it, sure.
Yeah, I don't know exactly because the only part I saw was him swinging and missing.
That
But,
might be all you
but
got.
I didn't see anything more.
But why?
So
why would they
so
do this?
he's in New York. He goes to Knicks games a lot. I think he might have just reached out saying,
"Hey, let me show you.
Hey,
I could be helpful.
Can I come try out for you guys if you're interested?" And they were probably like, out of respect, yeah, we'll bring him in.
I like your attitude.
I hope so because leaving the draft made me feel like for the first time in forever, the Jets, at least in the front office, feel like they're under control. And Darren Muji doesn't suffer any fools. I'm sure he has given the Heisman to Woody a few times, like, I got this. He has done a nice job with the draft, a really nice job. And so this would make it feel like someone else wanted that. And he's just going, fine, we'll bring him in. But we're not.
I do think
just
that
promise me you're not going to sign him because we all know what happens if you do this.
Now, there might be some ability there because the 4 quarters against the Cowboys did happen.
Yeah.
And then overtime, it was bad.
And everything else.
clearly,
Sorry, I'm going to trust the 5 other games versus the one game.
Clearly, you could see he was like, I'm not going to war with this team. They're not going
Do you remember
anywhere.
when he had the easy run on the bootleg to the end zone?
Do I remember it?
And then he just let their linebacker catch him?
But that's not it. Hold on.
Come on, man.
You're talking about the business decisions. The business decisions were bad. The effort isn't there. He also I saw him throw screen passes into the ground.
Couldn't throw.
He lost the arm.
But I do.
He always had that.
I think you brought this up, Alan, a bunch of times. That sometimes you do things just to kind of send the message out that, hey, we're showing respect to a future Hall of Famer. His agent probably reached out. My client needs a job. You need a backup quarterback.
Probably.
Can you give him a look?
They like him and Sierra like living here.
You say I'm good. Then it comes across like, did you have to disrespect? You couldn't bring him in, take a look at him.
It is true.
And maybe you're not interested, but hey, he looked pretty good. We're good, but we watched them, and now it get word of mouth that hey, maybe he's got something left. Let's give him a shot. I think sometimes you do things like that just
out
to
of
show,
respect.
Hey, out of respect and class.
Coincidentally, a business decision.
That is true.
You know what I mean? So can we get back to now what I wanted to talk about?
I'm sorry.
No, only because I need to get your input. Because I need to know, am I the only one that feels like this has gone too far?
I've said this.
And we got to get over it.
For years. Peter, remember going back to the K show. The whole, Aaron Rodgers has 7 touchdown passes in the first half. He's got a chance to break the record, but he's embarrassing the Bears, so let's take him out of the game because we don't want him. You're professionals. If you're embarrassed, stop him, all right? If you don't like a guy dunking in the final seconds when you're down, don't be down that many points, okay? We've gone beyond the whole learning the game. When my son Marco plays, I don't want to see him get shown up because he's learning how to play the game. By the time you get to the professional level, you already know, okay? You don't want to get humiliated. Play better. Because think about what you're doing. When you get upset that they shot it into the empty net, when you get upset about their piling on the points, what you're saying is, you're beating me too bad.
That's literally what you're saying.
And you shouldn't do that. You're hurting my
That's
feelings.
That's disrespectful.
That's on you. Do I really want to chase somebody down because I'm upset? I'm down 20 points, and you put the biscuit in the basket, or you put the ball in the hoop. Like think about. Just look in the mirror and think of what you're doing there, man.
So let me just
grow up.
I agree. That has always been my take on it. Is that you're literally now being a child and saying, hey, don't do that. I will say, though, not all these things are equal.
Okay.
So the layup the other day, silly. Shooting the puck into the empty net, silly. Now, you're up 45-7 late in the fourth quarter. Do I think it is nozzle for the coach to run their starting quarterback out?
Four wide?
Yes, that is a reason for a coach to say you're disrespecting me as a coach. But from a player's standpoint, when it's one player doing one thing, Get over it. It's ridiculous.
I never knew that was a thing until the last couple of years. Again,
which one?
In the NBA thing. Like it wasn't until I remember covering the league early on, and all of a sudden I was like what's going on? I never knew that was a basketball thing. Until in the NBA it became a thing. It's like what?
No, he didn't whine about it. He ran the court, got into it. I guess there's something.
The fact that he did that,
but
does it? Like I don't understand.
I'm of the belief in life, losers don't have a say.
Yep.
All right, you lose. Winners do what they want. Losers, you got to go back to your corner and regroup.
Yep.
You start to complain.
So the victors go the spoils.
I really think it has to come down to that. Now, if you want to fight about it and put your chin on the line for it, maybe it's a different story. But it just comes across as whiny and defeatist, and that you don't have an answer. And now, fans, media, you want to complain? If we come on the next day on the air, he didn't have to do that. That's a different story. But when you're getting beat, you get beat. And you know what you do? Don't get beat. Try to be better. Come back the next game and beat them and then do it to them.
Thank you.
Or whatever. I just think that, as you said, to the victor goes the spoils.
Anybody else with anything to talk about?
Well, I want to let you know that having the right game plan. It's very important.
It sure is.
You know that.
Yeah.
So you don't be a loser, whether it's on the ice or at home, which is why I use Viking Pest Control.
Yes.
As the pest control provider and proud partner in the New Jersey Devils, Viking has been protecting homes for over 45 years with expert pest control service and solutions tailored just for you. From ants to cockroaches to rodents, stinging insects, and backyard mosquitoes, Viking keeps pests out of your house and out of the play. Bundle pest control with mosquito services and save big. One call, one company, a total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Viking Pest Control, protecting your home inside and out. Mendoza was asked about the managers that were fired. How did he respond? We're taking you up until 7 o'clock, so come by Stout, because that's where we are. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live at Stout, and it's brought to you by Tick Pick, hanging out until 7 o'clock. Monica McNutt's going to be joining us at 5 o'clock. Pat O'Keefe at 5:30. ENN at 6. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
The Knicks.
Rebound. Towns on the putback is good. It's a Towns takeover here in the third quarter.
The Hawks.
Kicks it to Anunoby. Far corner three. Got it. It's the 10th assist for Karl Anthony Towns and his first career playoff triple-double.
The NBA playoffs.
And the New York Knicks have evened this first-round series with Atlanta 2 games apiece.
Game 5 coverage begins tonight at 7 on 1050 and the ESPN New York app.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877 Cars for Kids to donate your car today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
This is the Michael K. Show.
A small market team can't make a mistake when it comes to money and length of contract because it could cripple them. The Mets are not going to be crippled if in the 4th and 5th year of his contract, Pete Alonso was not the same player. So as you're building this Nirvana-like team that you're trying to build in Queens, 2026 looks like it's shot. Are you happy with that? Ask yourself this question, Met fans. Would you be better off with Alonso and Nimmo now than what you have?
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
The NBA playoffs are in full swing, and with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, your winnings get a boost every single day, all playoffs long. Bet player props, bet live, from the opening tip to the final possession. Every bucket, every dime, every clutch takeover matters. And DraftKings Sportsbook keeps boosting you all the way through. All DraftKings customers can enjoy a profit boost every single day throughout the playoffs. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code WHSQ to claim your profit boost. That's code WHSQ to get a boost every day of the NBA playoffs. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 plus, New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. One profit boost per customer per day. NBA playoff bets only. Bet restrictions apply and vary when offered. Max bet and boost vary. Boost only applies to winnings and expires at the end of the last NBA game each day. See terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rosenberg.
I thought it was really interesting the way it played out for the Giants because nobody thought the Giants were going to take Reese because they didn't think Reese was going to be there at 5. I think they were kind of in shock that Reese was there 5 and Mauanoa was there 10. Right. Because they were two guys that were just really up high on their draft board. If Caleb Downs turns out to be this era's Ronnie Lott, you're going to massively regret it.
DiPietro and Rosenberg, morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Evan Cohen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app, share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
The Knicks are in the playoffs and working toward their ultimate goal.
The 2025 NBA Cup champions, your New York Knicks.
Will this be the year the Knicks punch their ticket to the NBA Finals?
The Knicks have much bigger goals at the end of the year. Step back 3 with 5 seconds. He got it! Jalen Brunson steps back and puts the Knicks in front.
Thanks to all our New York Knicks partners this season, including Verizon, Thrivewell Infusion, and London Jewelers on ESPN New York.
This is Don Hahn and Rosenberg live at Stout, brought to you by Tick Pick. Building starting to fill up. If you're coming over,
we're allowed to make noise in here. You know, it's okay.
People are starting to filter in now. It's getting closer to tip-off. This is the problem you have when you have an 8 o'clock tip.
Eating and drinking.
We're still 3 hours away, but you get yourself a nice meal,
like a
have
gentleman.
a few cocktails.
Yeah, fall asleep before the game starts.
You see the shelf. Look at some of the stuff we could have had.
Oh no, this is a nice bar.
No, this is really nice.
I actually really like it.
Now,
the layout in this room is awesome.
Now, last year we were at Stout. It was on 33rd. They moved to 35th.
Yep.
So it just between 7th and 8th, but a little bit closer to 7th Avenue. So really close to the Garden. And when you come to Stout, check out downstairs because it's nice. But we're upstairs.
Yeah.
So just
nice.
It's
right
its
upstairs.
own world up here. It's its own
like
thing.
the lighting up here is insane.
No, it's a really nice room. I will say we have the door open downstairs.
Feeling it?
This start to spring is such a nothing burger in terms of even the days that seem like, wow, today's going to be a day. By 5 o'clock, it's freezing.
Yeah, we haven't had a roof.
We haven't had a day where it holds on and you get to 7 o'clock. And when I left the station last night, guys, I met Natalie right after I left you guys. It was the anniversary of me sliding in her DM, so we went out and got some tacos. That's right. It was the
is that what they call it today?
The shoot your shot anniversary. Yeah.
Attaboy.
And 6 years ago yesterday.
How'd it work out?
Worked exactly
Very
right.
good.
The DM that he slid into, that he sent her, was on the cocktail napkins at the wedding.
Oh yeah, that was
very smart.
It was cute. I'm glad you noticed that. You noticed that?
Yeah.
That was a Natalie detail. The
That
cocktail
is great
napkins
weddings I've
were
ever
the
been to.
DM.
That
Thank
is
you.
It's in the top 10.
Top 10?
Well, listen.
She screenshot it? Did she keep
Screenshot
it?
it and printed it.
I'm saying she kept it, though, forever.
Oh, yeah. It's in there. I mean, it's in there. If we were to scroll all the way back in our DMs, it's there.
Well, no, don't jump me up. I'm just that's a given. And then after thinking about it, if I were to decide to rank it, tomorrow's Wednesday. I don't know. It might
Top
make
5
the list.
weddings?
Listen,
How's it not make it? Now, the thing is, the question is, will you tell the truth? Because other people's feelings will
Well,
get
that's
hurt.
probably why ultimately I will not do it.
Because there are certain
Because people know what weddings I've been to.
That's right.
Top 5 wedding songs?
Top 5 wedding songs, different thing. Although,
I don't know.
No?
Well, because then we can't do the music stuff because then we can't
Oh,
play.
yeah. Stop.
We
Don't
can't
push us this
monetize.
way. Everybody gets
Why do you
mad.
not want us to make money? Alan?
And don't you want the
We
controversy?
make too much money.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the problem.
Is that what it is?
Way too. We should be giving it away.
Is that the problem?
I
Yeah.
think we should be giving
Interesting
it away.
view of what problems are. Now, but don't you want the controversy of just who Don would piss off if he were to do the list on who didn't make the cut and who
But
did?
there will always be somebody that we've never
Well,
we're like,
'cause
who is that?
Let me think about this. I've been to
Let's see.
your wedding.
That's right.
At the station.
Sure.
I've been to RJ's.
Yep. So did I.
I was at John's first wedding.
Okay.
Our pinhead suit.
Yeah. By the way,
Not invited to the second. I'm not sure.
Wait, hold on. You went from invited to the first to not invited to the
Yeah,
second.
well, you'd have to ask him
That's
why.
not true. He's
Not
saying.
true. Not.
John
yeah, you were
is
invited.
Oh, maybe I
furious.
just couldn't make it.
You
All
didn't
right,
want
all
to go to Disney. That's why you. That's why you weren't at that
Big
wedding.
difference.
I was at Dan
Brownshire?
Gross's. I was at Brownshire's, although typical Don LeGrand, forced to work and then showed up late.
Wait, you had to work to the start of Brownshire's
They
wedding?
wouldn't give me off.
He probably had a pregame show to do or something.
No, I had Rangers Senators.
Of course you did.
But they needed me to do a show to bridge until like Gordon Damer later on. And I'm like, I can't go to Mike. It's Mike Brownshire's
John's
wedding.
nodding. Yeah, that's a real thing.
And I ended up having like Nancy. I had to meet her there. So yeah, Brownshire's. So there's been quite a few people's weddings that I've worked with that are still
Keister,
at
of
the
course.
Of course, Michael. Michael, come on, that was a good wedding.
Listen, I want you to just give an honest assessment. Don't be biased by the pomp and circumstance. You know, the location of Michael's wedding adds a lot. John, you were at Kay's wedding? Didn't make the cut. It's unfortunate. Did he get invited to either of yours?
The first one. We all made it to the
That first one must have been a good one.
Well, listen, it's a special category, the people who made both of my weddings.
Yeah,
that's a special list.
I had to brave the belt going to his first wedding.
Sorry? What do you mean?
The belt.
Oh, the Belt Parkway.
Oh,
on a Saturday.
You were thinking what I was thinking, right?
Yeah, I didn't know.
That's a tradition I didn't know about.
I didn't know what.
Yeah, he had a whole like a whipping section.
Yeah, I didn't understand
the
what.
S&M section. It was like just a lot of things going on.
That's
For
why
whatever
that's why there was a second wedding.
All of this all of this was
Wow,
to
we weren't
say
expecting this.
that yesterday when I went and saw Natalie, because there was a little bit of discussion on our show yesterday that Don thought it was too cold for the roof,
Yeah.
and I made fun of him.
Yeah.
And then I went outside after the show, and I was wearing a T-shirt, and I was absolutely freezing.
Yep.
Well,
You were cutting glass.
where were we? We went out Saturday night with the kids somewhere. We literally had to bring like 3 different jackets depending on where we were going to be at certain given moments. Like, that's what you're going to find out with Maya. Like, all right, so we woke up today. It was 45 degrees, but it's going to be 70 later on. Like,
Right.
And, you don't give an 8-year-old options. Then none of the jackets come back.
Wait till they turn like 13 and they'd never wear a jacket anywhere because it's they just don't wear jackets for like a 5-year span of a child's life where they never wear a jacket until they get to college and realize it's cold.
And not
I need
only
a
that,
jacket.
when I was in grade school and it would be freezing,
Yeah.
and we would play football or basketball, I would roll up my sleeves. I had to roll up my sleeves. So even though I had a sweater on, I still had to roll up the sleeves.
I agree. Why is that?
Because you're tougher when you're younger. You don't realize.
No,
these things.
and you feel like you're going to have a better you'll be a better possession receiver with the sleeves.
I don't know
pulled
how.
up.
I watch NBA players warm up before a game wearing sweatpants. I don't know how they do it.
Why?
Like playing basketball wearing like a full
warm
pants
up?
makes no sense.
But they're just warming up. The
couldn't
point
do
is
it.
to get warm.
Couldn't
But
do
there
it.
is, but
Couldn't
there
do
is
it.
something that you realize very young that you want to be unencumbered.
Yes.
You want to be able to feel.
Yes.
That's why Tony Franklin was able to kick field goals for the Eagles with a bare foot.
No shoe.
He wanted to feel the ball.
He went no shoe.
I couldn't have these big winter coats and then go out there and catch a football. And then when you're in grade school, that's your Super Bowl.
No, but I would
You
always
don't want to drop it in front of everybody.
But I would always take the jacket off and lay it on the side of the street where we were playing.
All right,
and then completely forget
I
about
will
it.
repeat, though. This is what we do at that age, and anybody right now that has a child between the ages of 12 and 17, you can nod along with me. They refuse to wear a jacket anywhere. It could be freezing out. I'm fine.
And if they're
Especially
younger than 12,
a girl.
if you give them the
I'm fine.
option of taking the jacket off,
Oh.
then they leave it
Leave
wherever
it somewhere.
is. And nothing like going back to the school playground at 10 o'clock at night trying to find the jacket because they're going to have to wear it
Meanwhile,
the next day.
You get mature, you grow up, and you realize the jacket's great to put an outfit together. I love jackets.
Listen, we know this, all right? But I'm just saying.
They don't get it.
2 managers fired over the last 48 hours.
Yeah.
Neither of which are called Carlos Mendoza.
Right.
Mendoza still has his job. He was asked about the managers in baseball being fired.
It's a reality, It's a reality. It sucks what happened to those two guys that I consider one of the best at what they're doing, especially Thomson, one of my mentors, and you hate to see it happen, but you understand that it's the business, and when you don't see the results, it happened. I'm aware of it. I'm not going to run away from it, but the one thing I can do is just continue to show up here and get the best out of my players. So that's my responsibility, what I'm spending all my energy. But I understand the whole situation.
I feel like a cad to throw back, like it's the 1920s. I do feel bad that I'm talking about Carlos Mendoza being fired because I think he's a great guy and I think he's a good manager. But to not do anything,
I'll tell you what,
is odd.
When you hear the way he sounded there, he sounded like a guy that knows.
Of course.
Clock's ticking.
Well, he's running out of road here.
Because he's using those kind of I'm just going to work as hard as I. Like that doesn't sound like somebody that is fully confident in what he's doing. He sounds like somebody that knows if we don't get this thing right, I'm the next guy.
And because you're
That's
home,
tough.
And there's not going to be anybody there. The Knicks are playing. It's a cold night.
Oof.
Everybody's joking. You can get into quesadilla prices basically at the Citi Field for the series against the Nationals.
Crunch wrap.
And I think it's you could buy 88 tickets to the Mets game tonight for one ticket to see the Knicks game tonight.
That's like a section.
Yeah, you get a section.
And so
yourself.
And so you take on the Nationals, and if you lose 2 out of 3 or God forbid get swept, I mean, come on, you're running out of road here.
Yeah.
If not, so and I think he realizes that, and it stinks. Come on, guys. I mean, this is
that's why I
dream.
like how he handled it. I thought he sounded good.
No,
relative to what the situation is.
I don't think it was good. I think he sounded like he's well aware of his situation, and the.
But he didn't sound scared. He didn't sound.
I think you have to.
He sounded the way you're supposed to sound when you're aware of the situation.
That's the thing about sports is outside of players, but whether you're a head coach, a general manager, you get hired to get fired. Very seldom do you get to pull the Don Shula and walk away on your own terms.
Mm-hmm.
You know when you take the job, inevitably you're going to get fired. It's just a matter of when. And I think that has to be the attitude going in. And it's unlike anything else. Imagine, we all are living our dream, right? And nobody ever wants to one day I'm going to get fired. No, you think I'm going to work here until I don't want to work here anymore and I'll go find another job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nobody wants to go through this. And you go through it in sports more than any other. And I think he's a really good guy, but the reality is the reality. You're 9-19, and there's only so many things that really can be done. Now, one thing that will be done is Monica McNutt is going to be joining us.
She's coming
up.
On her way.
She's a big cake for her. And I got my coffee, and you know what? I've been good today. I worked out. And I'm looking at that cake, and I'm saying,
I mean, you got coffee,
you're
you got
mine.
cake.
You're
I am taking you.
So
down.
So you're waiting for Monica to show up.
Well, I've already talked to the Calandra people about is it possible we can eat the back of the cake.
Who are these people?
So they can still take a picture and nobody noticed that half the cake is gone.
That's a great
but
call.
I decided to be a good boy,
Don
and
wants
I'm
to
going to wait.
smash the cake so badly right now.
Well, and it's got that fondant on top of it.
I enjoy that. Some people don't. I do.
Yeah, I don't.
No.
Like I have a tiny bite of it, but I can't
well,
go
listen,
half.
Very sugary.
I was fondant, so why wouldn't I enjoy
That's
it?
right.
You are fondant.
Fondant.
You know what, though, fondant?
Yeah.
That if you have your own business,
Right.
I've got news for you.
Yeah.
Because if you own your own business, listen to me here in New York. Every block's a business, every minute counts. Amazon Hub Delivery lets you earn extra revenue from the business that you already run. So listen, you and your staff can deliver packages right in your neighborhood on a schedule that works for you. It's a smart way to keep your hustle going, bring in more revenue, more visibility, and staying connected to the community you serve every day. So Elaine services Dream in Washington Heights. Elaine tells us tax season keeps her busy, of course, from January through April. But she values the extra revenue from Amazon Hub Delivery that helps her manage expenses during the slower summer and fall months. And getting started, it's easy. No delivery experience, no long-term contracts, and no startup cost either. New York local businesses, are you ready to make your next move? Visit Amazon.com/delivery to learn more. That's Amazon.com/HUB delivery. It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live at Stout, brought to you by TickPick.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. It's a messy ride on the Belt westbound in Brooklyn. Just cleaned up a crash over by Bay Parkway. Still jammed heading toward the Verrazano from Flatbush Avenue. Mets are home later on tonight over at Citi Field. Also Bark in the Park and Mookie Wilson bobblehead night. Right now, you're looking good at the Whitestone Bridge heading into Queens. Expressway southbound slows you down a bit heading over to the stadium and Northern Boulevard. Definitely your worst ride to the outbound George Cross Bronx westbound. A broken down tractor trailer in the center lane by the Deegan. That is you crawling from the Bruckner on through. Inbound George just about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln Orania 5 to 10. Outbound Holland 10 to 15. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
The Knicks.
Rebound, Towns, and the putback is good. It's a Towns takeover here in the third quarter.
The Hawks.
Kicks it to Anunoby. Far corner three. Got it. It's the 10th assist for Karl Anthony Towns and his first career playoff triple-double.
The NBA playoffs.
And the New York Knicks have evened this first-round series with Atlanta 2 games apiece.
Game 5 coverage begins tonight at 7 on 1050 and the ESPN New York app.
Knicks fans, it's time to hit the court with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and add a boost of excitement to every New York game day with same-day parlays, live betting options, player props, boosted odds specials, and the best daily promotions in the business. With the BetMGM app at your fingertips, you can experience the excitement of betting on your favorite players and get in on all the blue and orange action as your New York Knicks drive the lane. Find out why basketball fans love BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. BetMGM. Make it legendary.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem in New York? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by tax relief advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087. 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087 or simply visit TRA.com.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, guys.
It's tally time. It's tally time.
Knicks-Hawks, Game 5. Coverage begins on 10:50, starting at 7. Mets are back in action against the Nationals. Coverage will start on 8:80 at 6:30, and the Yankees continue their series in Texas with the Rangers at 8:05. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Want to let you know that if you're listening to us on YouTube or on the ESPN app, we're going to continue on until 7 o'clock. If you're listening to us on 880, then you're going to have to find another way to consume the final 30 minutes of the show. So don't be thrown that at 6:30 we're going to Mets coverage, because there'll still be another 30 minutes to do here at Stout. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live at Stout is brought to you by TickPick. TickPick, fans know the best memories start with the best prices. Monica McNutt will join us shortly. Her cake is here. So it's mocking me. But
staring you right in the face.
He can't stop.
We've got Game 5. Knicks-Hawks tied at 2. First time ever since they went to a best-of-7 format in the first round that the Knicks are tied at 2 in the first round of the playoffs. That blows my mind, yeah. This is the 9th time they've played in the first round. Kind of odd, though, right? Like, less than half the time they've missed the playoffs, right? This is only the 9th time they've made the playoffs since 2003.
Yikes.
But in every first-round matchup, the previous 8 was either over by Game 5 or they were in a 3-1 situation. So first time that they are in a huge Game 5 of an even series with so much on the line. You've got the number 1 team in the conference in Detroit. Not just the number 1 team, but the team that destroyed you 3 times during the course of the regular season are down 3-1 to Orlando. They could be gone.
Yep.
And the team that would be up next if the Knicks win, because the Celtics are up 3-1, is a team that you beat last year. So there is a reason to just get fired up and excited if you're a Knicks fan, because there is a path. You could see it of being able to get
as a player
to the NBA Finals.
Yeah, in that locker room, in that organization, there should also be a massive sense of urgency, because you also are seeing what's going on in the East. Players are going to pretend that they don't pay attention. Oh, I'm not watching. I'm focused on me. We all know you're paying attention.
Of course you are.
And I think that what you're seeing in the Raptors-Cavs series, tied at 2, what you're seeing in what's happening to the Pistons, who would be a team that that they're a team that had your number. And so wouldn't that give you that extra sense of urgency in a game like tonight, going like, guys, like, we're not wasting another minute. We got to we got to win the next 2 games and get out of this series and get right to Boston and get to work. Because if we can take out Boston, we're going to the finals. Like, that's got to be your attitude. So there can't be a complacency. There can't be this sense of just, one game at a time. No, there has to be a sense tonight of we are going to throw haymakers tonight, because we can't mess around in this series and waste any time and cost us what is laying there in front of us, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I feel. I feel like what you're seeing, we're watching right now on NBA TV in front of us. One of the televisions here at Stout has last night's game on. Orlando already just taking it to the Pistons early in that game. You've got to think to yourself, guys, we can't waste this opportunity like we did last year.
Like you did
walking
last year.
Into the conference finals and losing game 1 because we got complacent. Can't happen. That's why you got to see tonight, first quarter, I want to see a business-like attitude straight into this game.
And don't forget also the game 2 loss. We're talking about a stupid loss. It was a very
maddening loss.
A really maddening, stupid Knicks loss in Game 2 that you absolutely cannot forget about when you head into this game tonight. Because that would be the same. Because the next one, the other loss, was frustrating, but essentially you were beaten most of the game. You came back and came up short, and then you had a terrible possession from Jalen Brunson at the end of the game. But at least in that game you were kind of beaten. Game 2 was just one of those giveaway losses that's haunted this team.
Yeah, they're chasing it. They're still chasing it, and that's why tonight, that's how you got to get it back tonight, by winning this game. You technically got it back by winning Game 4, right? That's how you got it back.
Right.
But
well, yeah, you got it because now you have home court again.
Yeah.
We have 3 games. Series is even.
Right.
You got to win best of 3 with 2 at home.
But now it's like, all right, I think we're in a good enough shape to win the series. But are we going to have to play a Game 7? Are we going to have to come back here on Saturday?
We can't worry about that.
And have play a Game 7
tonight.
But
Put yourself back ahead of the series because you were chasing the series since you lost Game 2. You were up 1-0, and after that, it's been even or you're trailing. You're back even. Now get ahead.
Okay.
Put the pressure on them. Must win in Atlanta. And by the way, Atlanta, half a building's going to be on your side. Half the building's going to be on your side.
Yeah, it's not exactly a true road game.
You're not going to feel that. They might feel more of the pressure than you do in that. So that's how I feel like tonight. Why tonight is it's always 1, 3, 5, 7 pivotal games, obviously in the best of 7. This is a pivotal game once again, but there's something extra to this game tonight from a Knick perspective, especially with what happened last night in Orlando.
And you mentioned about how the fans get into Atlanta, and I think you just nailed why New York teams are disliked around the country, is because of how well we travel.
Yeah.
Like I was listening a little bit to the Ranger-Yankee game last night.
Yeah.
Well, Judge hit the home run. It sounded like it was a Yankee stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Even Dave Sims commented, like, all the Yankee fans excited.
Yeah.
Like, because so how does that feel? You're into, and listen, the Rangers are, they're not that far removed from winning a World Series. But you go and half the building's full of Yankees,
and it's everywhere.
And it really is everywhere. And I saw it when I traveled with the Rangers, and you know it with the Knicks.
Everywhere. Every time I've been in every road game I've called on the Knick broadcasts on MSG, every single one. It's not a couple. It's just an insane amount of people.
Well, what about the best? Like, what about Boston? You see them, but Boston feels like more of a smattering.
So Super Bowl Sunday, I called that game on ESPN Radio National, right, with Mark Kestisher. And the Knicks won that game. And I'm telling you, fourth quarter of that game, let's go Knicks chance.
Right. Well, once
he couldn't believe it. Like Kesty was like, I've called so many games in this building, I've never seen this.
But like, it doesn't look as bad as it looks in other places, right?
Oh, well, I mean, there was a time Charlotte, Atlanta, you saw it this weekend.
Yeah, Washington's
Charlotte,
a nightmare.
Washington's literally a home game.
It's a home game.
Brooklyn, that doesn't really count because it's in Philadelphia.
A lot in Philadelphia.
It's crazy.
Even with them being a great team.
It's all the East Coast. And then when you go to places like L.A., when you go to certain places, Arizona, Phoenix, you're going to get it there. But there's still, even in places like Portland, you only go there once a year, San Antonio, there's still going to be
a nice smattering.
A smattering around the building of people wearing Knick gear because it's their one chance to see their team.
And there's a couple of things at play here. Number one, hey, listen, it's expensive to go to a game in New York.
Well, that's true.
Because when I did the Jets and Greg and I, some playoff games, we would go on the road, whatever hotel we were staying in, it was like a Jet convention. Like the whole lobby was filled with Jet fans. And the Giants travel well because, let's face it, if you're a Knick fan, it probably is cheaper to fly to Atlanta, buy tickets, go to the game, than it is to go see the game at the Garden.
Or it's more readily available.
And if you want to be close, you want to get a good seat somewhere.
Right.
You would have a chance of getting a good seat.
Exactly. So there's that. And here's the other thing that I found out, because you may not think of it because the Devils in relation to the Rangers and the other teams in New York. But, like, the Devils fans traveled well. And the thing that shocked me, like, I'd be in Calgary, and I'd see a bunch of Devil fans, like, outside the building, and I'd ask where you're from, and they'd be like,
here.
Calgary.
Yeah.
And
I love the origin story.
And you know what? They all have the same.
become?
You all have the same answer. Oh well, I played NHL, '94, and I love Scott Stevens and Scott Niedermayer, so I just became a Devil fan. It is kind of crazy. All right, we're going to pivot here because Monica McNutt, listen, she's a star. Once you get a taste of TV, you kind of rule the world.
Taste. I mean,
so I'm going to have to wait longer for the cake.
Are you trying to suggest that Monica is fashionably late?
Well, I don't know how fashionable it is, but she is late. And Pat O'Keefe, who's a radio guy, shows up 30 minutes early for his spot.
He's on time. He's got his
so
tie
we're going
on.
to flip. Pat's going to do the spot for Monica, and then and then we'll see. Maybe I'll just tell Monica to go scratch. I don't know.
I doubt
Depends
it.
on the mood.
I don't think you're going to do that. In the meantime,
I'm going to eat the cake though before she comes. That's my protest.
Well, you know what, Don? That's
Start
a big
carving
issue
it
in
up
life.
right now.
Before we talk to Pat, though, can I tell you with Xfinity, you already enjoy ESPN as part of your TV lineup with live games, daily sports coverage, and expert analysis. And now the ESPN Unlimited plan is available at no additional cost, giving you access to additional ESPN content on the ESPN app. On-demand programming, originals to explore. Visit Xfinity.com/your subscriptions to activate ESPN Unlimited access. Then start watching in the ESPN app. More from ESPN, all in one place. Don?
Pre-game is going to start coming up at 7 o'clock, and Pat O'Keefe handles it, as he always does.
Gentlemen.
And he's a gentleman. He likes to go to the building.
I like to see you guys.
That's what you do.
I don't get to see you as much anymore.
I know.
Peter, I last saw you opening night. So,
Wow. And yet it was the old Stout.
It was, which I just found out. I thought I was in the same building as opening night. John told me they reopened.
So you did go to the other place and realize it was boarded up. I wonder how many people have done this already today.
Oh, I would
gone
think.
over there. They're seeing the boards. I'm going, these guys, they
This
said
is
it was
nice.
Stout.
No,
It's
this is
good.
pretty nice,
What do you
right?
mean this is nice?
It's nice.
Can you say that with a little more
This
enthusiasm?
is nice.
This is nice.
This is nice.
See? Inflection changes everything.
Thank you.
Coaching him up?
I am.
Alan,
He's coached me before.
You don't know that Alan's a co-owner in Stout. That's why do you think we're here?
He does walk around like he owns the place.
I am working on it.
So, Pat, how you feeling about this this Knicks team through 4 so far?
Feeling a lot better after Game 4 than before Game 4. Hopefully they and I think they did. I think they figured some things out in Game 4. It's a veteran team, right? So the question is, can that translate and carry over into Game 5 tonight? And if you're asking me, which I believe you are, Peter,
that's right.
I think they are. I think they can because of who they are. They've been through this before, and it's different, right? It was expected to be different than in years past, and I think what they figured out in Game 4 is they're going to have to win, at least in this round. They're going to have to win differently than they've done in the past.
What is the one thing you saw in Game 4 that you said this absolutely has to carry over into Game 5?
Well, obviously, Cat being the fulcrum of the offense and running the offense through him, it would help if OG can continue to be a 21.9 rebound a game guy, shooting 52% from downtown. And this is meant as no disrespect because you know how much I think of him as a player and a leader. But Jalen Brunson did take a half a step back in game number 4 and get more guys involved than were involved in games 2 and 3.
He was a screener.
Yeah,
Pat.
I know.
He was setting picks.
And I don't think that bothers him, People look at the shot attempts, and guys who don't watch him play regularly probably think, he just wants to pound the ball for 20 seconds at the shot clock and then shoot a fallback. He doesn't, all right? In the past, that's what the situation called for. He's smart enough to realize that is not what the situation calls for, and I don't expect to see that tonight.
Do you buy into the whole rest situation for the Celtics? If they win tonight, they get to sit around. Knicks have to play at least Thursday, and if this goes 7 Saturday, do you think that gives them any kind of a disadvantage going into the next round if they win?
Maybe if it goes 7, for sure. But didn't Boston win early last year in round 1?
Yes,
and they were
did.
sitting around.
Yep.
And, they came out and took the huge leads in games 1 and 2, and then the Knicks had the comeback. So that didn't affect things last year where the Knicks were coming off that, grinded out 6-game series against Detroit. So maybe if it goes 7, sure, because then they might only have 1 day off before facing Boston in Game 1. But if it goes 6, they advance to face Boston. I don't think it's a big factor.
And it's weird. The Celtics, while in one breath you'd say you imagine they want to get more time for Tatum while he's working his way back, I would also argue he's back and they're in a rhythm right now. I don't think the Celtics are big on a break. I think they like playing every other day right now. They're finding their way over the last few weeks. I don't think it really behooves them to sit around for 5 days.
The funny thing is, I think the only thing that's not back with the Celtics, and the more I watch it, I don't know if it's coming back, is Tatum's three-point shot. It hasn't been there this entire time. So that could play as an advantage to the Knicks or whoever they end up facing in the second round, because we know he likes to shoot them whether they're going down or not.
And that was the key last year.
100%.
Them being awful from 3 in those games against the Knicks.
And I tell you what, I feel like the Sixers could have extended this series a little more if they didn't do that stupid Embiid move that they made. They could have easily brought Embiid off the bench. Doesn't mean he doesn't play, right? But to have him start and to have him just mess up whatever they had going, because while they won Game 2, while they lost Game 3, that was a very competitive, really good game.
Yes.
So that's the frustrating part. But Don was just talking about this. You see what Orlando's doing with Detroit. Like, you see what's happening. Cleveland and Toronto are 2-2 right now. They're going through it in that series. When you see all this going on, does it just continue to boil down to the Knicks know that their goal, if they get past the Celtics, they got to win this series, stop screwing around, get into that series, which you know is going to be, that's going to be your biggest challenge potentially to getting to a finals. It's literally going to be the second round, and you got to get there and stop screwing around.
They got to get there because the way it's shaping up right now, if the Knicks get through Atlanta, then the next round will be, in my mind, the matchup of the two best teams in the Eastern Conference, the Knicks and the Celtics right now. It's funny, a week ago the Knicks lose Game 2 here, and Cleveland's on its way to a 2-0 lead.
Right.
You're not worried about Detroit yet, even though they had dropped Game 1. You're certainly not worried about Boston against Philadelphia. Think about how things look a week later. Detroit's on the brink.
Yep.
Cleveland all of a sudden is in a dogfight with Toronto, and they can't score, and the James Harden stuff is picking up again.
Yep.
Even Boston, it wasn't, it hasn't been a red carpet to the next round.
Right.
They'll probably wrap it up in Game 5, but even they were pushed a little. So things are, if the Knicks can take care of their business, things are breaking their way, and we're going to be in the exact same spot as we were last year if it happens. Knicks-Celtics, round 2. And if the Knicks get past that, it would be the same scenario as last year where the Knicks get to an Eastern Conference Finals and they would be heavily favored like they were last year.
Against a team that, I guess if Detroit were to make a comeback, that's the scariest scenario out there for the Knicks. That's the team that we feel like, it's hard to argue against the evidence that they've owned the team this year.
Yeah.
Besides that, not only would the Knicks be favored in that series, whoever it would be, I think I'd feel better about the Knicks in that series relative to Indiana last year.
Because the Knicks can handle the physical play, right? That's Orlando. The Knicks can handle Orlando. The Knicks can handle Cleveland. We know that. Listen, we're talking 2 steps ahead, right? Which I'm hesitant to do.
Yep.
Because you got to get past Atlanta. That's why Alan's sitting here not saying a word next to me.
Well, here's the funny part. We today we got a call about how do they beat Boston. Yesterday we got a call.
That.
Yesterday we got a call about who's going to replace Mike Brown.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we can't live in the moment,
but isn't that the Knicks?
It's always going to be about the end result.
That's who they are, though. That week to week throughout the season, you're going, are we winning the title? Or are we not making the playoffs? That's who they are.
I disagree. And Pat, I know you do shows, so you talk about all different sports, not just basketball. I think it's how we are in New York. Look at the Yankee thing. The Yankee thing's the same exact thing. How do they get to the Dodgers? How do they beat the Dodgers? If they don't get there,
because
they got to replace the manager.
But
I think we do this with all of our teams.
But isn't there a reality? That's why I called the first round. That's why I called the first round for the Knicks an extension of the regular season.
Okay.
Because you are a favorite. Right now it's hard to say Detroit is in good shape down 3-1. So what did we say yesterday? Probably 4 legitimate teams can win the title. Knicks, Celtics in the East,
right,
and in the West it's Spurs and Thunder,
right?
So you're one of the 4 that can win a title.
The last one of the 4. Everyone would agree.
Understood, Peter. But we're in the first round.
Yeah.
So if you're a favorite to make a run, the first round's supposed to be a fait accompli.
That's
so you
right.
can't. So it's either I'm going to look ahead or I'm cleaning house if we lose. There is no joy in beating the Hawks. The Yankees got no joy from beating the Royals a couple of years ago in the wild card round because you're supposed to win.
Yeah.
And the Knicks are usually not in positions where they're supposed to win. And quite frankly, in recent vintage, when they're supposed to win, like the Pacers last year, like the Pacers the year before
2
that,
years ago.
like the Heat a few years ago,
Yeah.
where you're like, oh, we're winning. That's when you're in trouble. That's what makes the Knicks kind of special. But right now, winning in the first round, welcome to the world of championship caliber sports, right?
And that's not the worst thing in the world. That's not the worst thing in the world.
But it's probably difficult for Knicks fans to embrace it because it's rarefied air, right?
Sure is, yeah.
But I also think we're being a little disingenuous if we don't say that over the last several years, they have been a little bit schizophrenic about what they are. There are times,
not a little bit.
Yeah, there are times when you go, this team can play with anyone, and then you watch a half of basketball and you go, what is this?
They haven't dealt well with prosperity.
Right.
No.
But every time you think they've turned the corner and they have somewhat smooth sailing, game one against Indiana.
That's right.
Right, but in fairness,
And one away.
Pat,
they've been consistent in the first round.
I'm on the court. I had the microphone in my hand. I'm talking about who am I? Who's the
your
walk-off?
questions.
Who's the walk-off?
Yeah.
I'm getting ready. I've got the ear.
Yeah.
Like, I'm right there, and the ball goes straight up.
Oh, yeah.
You never see that.
And
you don't.
I'm like, there's no way that's coming down. Like, this is – and I'm taking this – this is over. And then right through. And we thought the game was over.
I was watching Zach Zarba. I saw him. He was pointing right down. I happened to be looking
guys
up
because
we were up on the bridge.
You guys nailed it because I know, like, the fact that the game broadcast thought it was a win, and you guys knew that Zarba called it a 2 because his foot was on the line and we were going to overtime. But I'm just saying, like, that for me, like, people always ask, like, a moment in your career that you'll never forget.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Well,
I will never forget just the ball, just like, no way.
And that's the end of it, obviously. Like that was the culmination of them blowing.
Well, you
that
knew
game.
they were going to lose in overtime. You just
that was
building knew it.
Yeah.
And then losing game one
was
always is like that is the killer for every
They
series.
mentally never truly recover.
Game one at home,
No.
loss is a killer for every series.
And that's how I feel about Game 5 tonight. If you are, and we were saying this earlier, Pat, that if they really did learn something in Game 4 and they really are on the right path, you win Game 5 coming home.
Yeah.
Yes, you could still win 6 and 7. But it's not what you want to see from a championship team.
You and I were speaking before the last game of the season against Charlotte.
Yeah.
And we were, the scenarios were Toronto, which would have been preferable, or Atlanta. And you said to me, at the end of the day, if you can't beat Atlanta in the first round, what are we doing here?
Yep.
And that's still true.
Yes.
Even though you stubbed your toe, a plus 25-point differential in the series.
Yeah.
Right? And the series is tied at 2 games apiece. Tyler, baseball historian he is, compared it to the 1960 World Series on the broadcast the other night.
Did that.
There you go, when the Yankees and the Pirates.
You brought that up yesterday.
Yeah.
What was it? 4 1-run wins, and the Yankees
and
won the 3
the Yankees
wins.
outscored them by like 20 runs in the series and
doesn't
lost
matter.
the series.
Amazing.
Yeah,
So,
this is not
listen.
soccer and that aggregate scoring.
By the way, how about Tyler Murray? I mean, he's like 15 years old, and he's
He's
bringing
pulling
up
out 1960. Bill Mazeroski.
How about that?
He's an old soul.
It kind of fits. It fits. It does.
Wait, why does it fit?
It just, I don't know.
His voice.
His
old-timey voice.
By the way, who benefits more that Murray's doing more TV games than this guy right here?
I know. And you did a bunch of games.
Like
How many
you
games
can
did
actually
this year?
relate to this.
I can relate.
Right? This is your.
I will say this: the record, because we all keep track of the records of games that we do.
Okay.
The record in the game that I did, it was Don LaGreca a Jace. It wasn't
really
6-1.
Yeah.
It wasn't 6-1, but it was 20-6.
20-6 is.
Look at this guy.
20-6.
Hey,
they're
It's not
feeling
like
the O'Keefe
LaGreca.
energy.
And you start telling people.
I walk in the building and things happen.
That's apparently right. Apparently so.
And then you see Leon on the road, like in the hotel. Just Leon, I just
Leon,
not
by the
for
way-
nothing. But in the games I call, we're 6-1.
A word.
I know you're.
If
know
I may.
you're not going heavy into analytics, but I'm going to give you one.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give you one.
Right.
This is a simple one.
You know, and then it turns into like Tyler, who's on his way to the Garden now. It might be met right by the door. Like, Mr. Murray, you can come with us.
Well, in fairness, he was on TV for all those games, so he had the same record.
That's a great point.
Well, don't
That's on
ruin the
TV,
whole
though.
thing.
That's his TV record.
That's on TV.
No, he's got to use that same line when he goes to MSG. With all respect to Mike Breen.
yeah. Wait. I don't know how that conversation is going to go. I'm not quite sure that's going to have the same weight.
Well, you do a great job.
Yep.
7 o'clock tonight.
You guys
we'll be listening.
also. Big
as I'm
fan.
driving home.
Thank you. Peter.
Amen.
Good to see you,
Hour-long
bud.
pregame. And maybe we'll get you at 6 for
So
game
the last
6.
time he was with us at Stout, that was opening night, and
Yep.
the Knicks won that game.
They won.
You guys deserted us.
Because I did play-by-play.
Good on.
Yeah. You guys deserted us. It was the Rosenberg O'Keefe show.
right, yeah.
We had a good time.
Yeah. Talked a lot of Commanders football, if I remember.
Oh yeah, that's right. We broke
on
down
opening night for the Knicks.
Of course we did.
Krosky Merritt. A lot of Krosky Merritt conversation.
Of course.
You know,
we
at
did.
some point, Monica McNutt, but at this point, I don't really.
no.
know
You're losing
about it.
faith?
I'm losing faith.
He's done.
Because
That's it.
I'll
She's
say
gonna
this.
walk in and he's gonna go. All right, that's
will-
the show, everybody.
If she thinks she's getting on during ENN, she's got another thing coming.
Oh, so-
I'll make her sit there in a stool and wait until it's over.
Don's gonna eat the whole cake before she gets here.
Yeah. He's had it.
And if anybody should have my back on that, it's you.
What
After what she said to you.
Hey, listen,
Did you hear
I'm
that?
good either way.
Monica, if you're not here by 6, just go to the Garden.
Yeah. It's I can't give up ENN. Not now.
No.
We've
not-
gone too
not
far.
ever. This is Don Hahn and Rosenberg live
Sure
at
is.
Stout, brought to you by Tick Pick. That little bit of silence was, are they serious?
Yeah, dead serious.
Try me.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of try me, I'm going to eat the cake. Forget it. I mean, how long am I expected to wait? There's a big cake here. My coffee's getting cold.
No, you got to go from the backside.
Can we get a fork?
Don needs a fork and a couple of cake forks and knives.
Yeah,
what are cake forks, by the way?
Let's get going.
Greco, don't get me to preaching now.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
The Knicks.
Rebound. Towns and the putback is good. It's a Towns takeover here in the third quarter.
The Hawks.
Kicks it to Anunoby. Far corner three. Got it. It's the 10th assist for Karl Anthony Towns and his first career playoff triple-double.
The NBA playoffs.
And the New York Knicks have evened this first-round series with Atlanta 2 games apiece.
Game 5 coverage begins tonight at 7 on 1050 and the ESPN New York app.
Bet the Kentucky Derby on FanDuel, where you can bet on all your other favorite sports. And right now, all customers can get a Derby bet reset. That means you get racing bonus back if your bet doesn't win. The app is super easy to use, and you don't have to be a horse racing expert to get in on the Derby Day action. So bet the fastest 2 minutes in sports on FanDuel. All customers can get a Derby bet reset. That means you get racing bonus back if your bet doesn't win. The app is super easy to use, and you don't have to be a horse racing expert to get in on the Derby Day action. Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks are registered trademarks of Churchill Downs Incorporated. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Verified FanDuel racing account required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable racing site credit that expires 9 days after receipt. Max refund $10 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions do apply. See terms at racing.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. Mets are home over at Citi Field. First pitch less than 2 hours away. Heaviest ride into Queens, Triborough Bridge. You're bumper to bumper on the Bronx and Manhattan legs. Grand Central eastbound. After that, some pockets of slowdowns heading over to the stadium and Northern Boulevard. No complaints at the Whitestone Bridge heading across the Upper East River from the Bronx side. Bronx River Parkway southbound hitting the brakes. It's a crash in the left lane by East Gun Hill Road. Then not too bad heading over to the Cross Bronx. Cross Bronx westbound. They picked up that broken down tractor trailer by the Deegan. Still jammed there heading over to the outbound George from the Bronx River Parkway. Inbound George about 10 to 15 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln Orania 15 to 20. Outbound Holland 10 to 15. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Partner with Amazon Hub Delivery to earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Assist with local Amazon deliveries and get paid for each package you deliver. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. You'll gain extra revenue, increase exposure for your business, and connect with your neighbors. Plus, it's easy to get started with no delivery experience, long-term contracts, or startup costs required. If you're interested in learning more, visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-5 2.5S all-wheel drive for $249 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN T0102819. MSRP $33,675. Zero security deposit. Ends 4/30/26. This is Don Hahn and Rosenberg live at Stout, brought to you by Tick Pick. And it's always a pleasure to welcome in Monica McNutt when she finally arrives.
Oh, yeah.
And
Understood,
it is now time for the Monica
she hears
McNutt
it.
Report, and it's brought to you by Calandra's Bakery.
That's
Hello.
right. Hi to you, too. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. Do you like your cake that
The
they
cake
got
is
you?
incredible. Shout out to Calandra's.
Yeah, beautiful.
I love it. I know that inside is probably the best part. I can't wait.
Absolutely.
Are we doing this now, or just
You want her to just start digging right in?
It feels like we need a steak knife. You
Don
need a
has
butter
been
knife?
talking about this.
Yeah, no, Don needs it.
That's
Which part? You want the basketball?
Well,
or
we
the
figure
cake?
if
The basketball is
the back,
part
therefore
of the
nobody's
cake.
going to see
okay,
it
got
on that
it.
end. You know what I mean?
I just can't have Don accidentally say anything else about how desperately he wants to eat the cake.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh! It
it's
feels like it's
definitely
very
dense,
moist, and like
That's the fondant.
that's all sugar.
That's a
Yes,
that's
straight
a,
sugar.
That's a ball.
But
Good
you're going to
sugar.
need it. Could be a long night.
Yeah,
No.
it's true.
While you was being grouchy, that's why I was running late. It's been a long
While
day.
you were being
Well,
grouchy.
what's been going on?
Just it's that time of year.
She was
Up
on Get Up
early.
this morning.
We got WNBA preview shows tomorrow. I got all the things colliding at once.
What? How is it? What day are we for WNBA? What day?
Season will open May 9th. What am I doing?
I don't know what
I don't know. I want to see. And by the way, I don't want to add to your bad day,
No,
Monica.
I'm having a great day.
okay.
It's
I don't
just a
want
lot.
to. I don't want to add to your stress. I should say.
No, talk to me. What you got?
Did you see that?
Oh my God!
That looks beautiful. They got
goodness.
chocolate on the inside.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, like you dream about.
Are
Did I
you
see what?
Serious?
That it might be a strange poll for Alan and Don, and maybe even a little bit old for you, Monica, because you're a tad younger than me.
Homer.
But Redskin great Monty Coleman passed away.
I did not see that.
Super Bowl champion. Don, you familiar?
I am very
my husband
familiar,
didn't text me
absolutely.
I
about
told
this
you I
already.
was familiar too.
Mark Slareth had a very nice
really?
tweet about one of his
That's
favorite
delicious.
teammates.
Oh, well,
Monty
okay.
Coleman was
All
an
good.
absolute stud linebacker for the Redskins during the glory years. Passed away at 69 years old. I saw that earlier today. And, of course, Monica and I share our
Yeah,
love
we
of
do.
the burgundy and
I'm
Peter,
gold.
really
would you,
surprised my husband
would you
didn't text
like
me
a-
that because he's
Tell
all
him
over
I'm
stuff like that.
disappointed.
Yeah, I know.
Although I did enjoy
That's
the
okay.
beautiful post, the dedication to your dog yesterday.
Listen, our monster is woo.
Now, I listen, there are people who jump into the dog game. And I'm a dog guy, as you know. Alan, big dog guy.
Big dog.
And they're, but she's a big dog guy.
I'm a-
Like, we're
apparently-
big dog people.
Yes.
Apparently.
She's now a big dog
No.
guy.
Literally.
No, a
No.
big
dog.
Apparently.
So,
Yes.
like, I've never seen someone jump into the dog game and go, hey, I got a puppy. And then the next time you see them and you go, how's the puppy? They
Yeah.
go,
It's a
100
horse.
pounds.
He's a
Yeah.
horse. Yeah.
Oh, it's
No, he's a horse.
You want to get a
I'm
piece?
glad you live in the burbs. Wait, you live in the burbs?
Okay, so long story. The dog's in Chicago with my husband. My husband works for the Bulls organization. The dog went with him in September, so I get there as much as I can, and until we're back in one.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so-
now, but is he in the city?
Yeah, but we've got great. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Too
yeah,
late.
real
It's too late.
nice.
Listen,
yeah.
I'm making this work
You
over
are.
here.
You are. We've got amazing dog family.
But I just mean,
everybody.
do you have to clean up for that dog on the street is what I'm saying.
man.
It's like a thing.
Because, Don, this dog, this is like cleaning
He's
up
a big
after
boy.
a horse.
Where's my phone? My phone's over there. I gotta show you a picture. He's very handsome.
there's
He's-
some dogs that aren't as big as what he leaves on the street.
That's exactly right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
He's a big
Thank you,
boy.
Alan.
Well,
Look what you've done.
big game tonight.
at
Now,
you, big
this is all
Taking care
this
of
is all
everybody.
you know, right?
You got me a piece.
need a
that
piece.
Was that was Don's piece.
You,
my
you-
bad.
You
I'm
know
on it.
basketball.
Let's go. Let's talk
You're-
about
You're covering all of these games.
Uh-huh.
So what does prep look like for you? Because you know a lot of stuff off the top of your head. So how deep a dive do you have to get into prep-wise? Because you already know so much already.
And we're
having covered this
mid-series.
team all
So
year.
I was about to say series are the best because the series are like, let me just make sure I remember exactly what happened in the last game, and then we put it together. Although we have pretty great stat support, if we want to make some complicated numbers,
do.
but I find at this point you can make a number say anything, right? Like I was looking at some numbers today. C.J. McCollum in the last 2 games had more turnovers than he did assists, and you want to attribute that to Josh Hart defending him, which I love that, sure. But I also couldn't tell you the exact number. But the bottom line is C.J. McCollum did not play as well when Josh Hart spent most of the time on him. So Hahn is someone who I actually really admire because he's always got a number for everything. I'm like, look, it worked or it didn't work.
Right.
Well, we always go eye test, right? In the
This is
end,
true. Yeah.
We always the numbers back up what the eyes tell you.
True.
I never believe in the numbers start the conversation. Your eyes start the conversation. The numbers continue it.
Correct.
And so what you're saying is obviously we saw it, Game 4, the physicality that Hart brought. That second quarter where he just he had 2 steals, forced 2 other turnovers on top of that, flipped the game over, and all of a sudden Atlanta's offense was just stalled.
Yep.
And it was all because of one guy, and it was something Mike Brown said, when he locks in, he's locked in. Now that sounds kind of silly. It's like if you diss Dre, you diss yourself.
Right.
But when Hart is locked in like that, that's when you really see his value.
It's undeniable.
And
for
now,
sure.
of course, the big question that we're all asking is, because knowing this team like you do, like we all do, is stringing together games sometimes for them can be maddening. How do they take what they left in it, what they did in Atlanta, pack it in a bag, fly it back to New York, and do it again tonight?
Yeah, so my thing to that is, frankly, I think games 2 and 3, they should have been embarrassed about.
Yes.
And again, I go back to what we continue to say was supposed to be the differentiating factor in the series, and that is your core group that has experience. All right. No, and I don't mean this disrespectfully to the Atlanta Hawks. I picked this series to go 6 from the jump. But that's enough playing with fire. Yep. Like, let's lock in. Right. Let's not need to have the locked-in version of the performance after a loss. And I'll tell you this, us being in Atlanta with the team, Josh is one of the guys that really wore that Game 3 loss. Like, because he's so jubilant and joyful otherwise, but you could tell that one really stuck with him in a way that facilitated the performance you saw in Game 4.
That corner 3, 30 seconds to go, would have ended the game. And you know how much he prides himself on knowing they're going to leave me open. I have to hit these. He's worked on that shot, his three-point shot, all year. And
he's better this year overall.
You're right.
40%.
And so I know how I would feel. You know how you would feel. If you miss that shot in the moment, it's not just that could have helped us win. That's I failed.
Yeah.
I was the reason why not.
I think the shot is a fair thing to call out because it was the lasting impression, if you will, from that game. But overall, he was not good in that game.
Right.
Like he wasn't himself.
But he had an opportunity
and he had a chance
to redeem
it. Right.
Yeah.
Basketball is usually not the sport that you could determine things the first 5-6 minutes of the game. But Allen brought it up. With the Knicks and the way that they played in Game 4, there seems to be more value in the start of the game than in normal playoff situations.
Annoying, but yes. Also, because how many times did we watch during the regular season, y'all, a bad start essentially spelled doom? Pat, you want a piece of cake?
This cake's slamming.
Yeah, we got to make sure Pat
we're going to
gets
give some out to everybody, too.
For sure.
Everyone needs to taste this Calandra's goodness.
I think it's delicious, you all. Thank
you
so
much,
much,
that I'm eating it while we're talking?
I know. I love this from you.
I have to talk. Don't worry. I would have already, but
I'm sorry.
Monica's getting screwed over by being the guest because she's in on every question. We all get a break.
It's really good, Don. You should try some. Okay, but to those starts, I think the nature of the postseason, though, too, is things can snowball quicker maybe than in the regular season. And I give the Knicks a ton of credit. They had the comeback in Game 3. It obviously came up short. But there's a certain point where that energy reserve is just going to be too tapped to ultimately get it done. And I think that's what happened in Game 3. And so those starts to me, and I especially appreciate, Hahn, about Game 4, there's so much swirling around Mikal Bridges, whether you got into the beat reporter beef thing or not, whatever. But I thought that those guys did a great job of knowing when he is effective, and that is the start of the ball games, and looked for him early. They fought for each other in that game, and they, as a collective, got off to the strong start.
I feel like it's the bad start to 2 and the bad ending to 2 and the bad start to 3. It was simply a bad fourth quarter and a bad first quarter.
It rolled over.
And that's why it's not 3-1.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's basically it, but that's what this team's been typically about. So, Monica, here at Stout, we've got a lot of TVs, and one of them is showing last night's Detroit-Orlando game. The East is not what we thought it might be. And how much urgency does that put even more into the conversation about what you just said, which is about can we stop screwing around with this series and do what it takes to get out of this thing because you know what will be waiting next. And essentially if Detroit, which was your kryptonite this year, if they're about to get knocked out, we know opportunity awaits.
Yeah, but I think you could say the same thing of last year. I tend to lean –
That's true because the Pacers knocked out the Cavs.
I tend to lean on the side of handle your business regardless. But, yes, it's our job to sit back and look at who is waiting in the wings or who is not waiting in the wings. But to me, the one thing I will give this Knicks squad, and I think it starts with Jalen Brunson, I mean, he's a second-round pick, y'all. Like, if they are looking for additional motivation, then perhaps they're in the wrong line of work. You know what I mean? So, like, you know what I mean? If they didn't come into this season and hear all the noise about the odds and weren't inspired by what they came up short with last season, like, I don't give a damn what's happening on the other side of the bracket. Handle your business, right? Now, yes, us sitting here are like, ooh, like it's shaping up just right. But they got to go in and handle this one game by game because I don't think this Hawks team is done just yet. They're going to have to be put away.
With that in mind, what's the adjustment then you expect from him? What are they going to do? Because obviously the Towns as the hub and the back screens and the Anunoby cuts, 6 assists from Cat to Anunoby. A lot of them, those dunks. They have to adjust to that. Quinn said pick your poison when it comes to Towns and Brunson. What do they do?
He also said it of Anunoby because there's that stat out there that what happens when OG Anunoby scores 20 points, right?
Their record.
I think they're going to send some double teams to Cat and see if he's actually a sound decision maker and then scramble out of that is probably the first one. And then I wonder, in order to avoid, if they'll try to, what it might call it, I wrote the term down because I wasn't super familiar with it. Something. I wonder if they'll try to. I can't. That was not the term.
Something. It wasn't something.
But basically, if they'll try to switch in advance.
I'm going to quote him on the pregame show.
Part of the reason that OG was getting loose was because C.J. McCollum was guarding Jalen Brunson, so he went to set the screens. It's a preemptive switch.
Oh, okay.
Is what I'm trying to get to.
Gotcha.
If they'll try some of that, but I think we're just going to see more double teams and more scrambles.
Do you think there's
that plays into Brunson?
Do you think there's a part of this team?
Get a one-on-one.
Go ahead.
Does it though? If there's a way to scramble though that I think can be problematic, because this team has so much length. So all they want to do is create chaos and deflections.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it'll be they call it double teams fire. The trap's fire. I don't know if they'll do it every single time, but I think the thing that makes me a little bit nervous when they create chaos is their length then, and them being quicker to loose balls and deflections.
And we know that turns into transition points, which is playing right into what they want.
I'm saying.
But it has to work out that way.
It has to. No,
because otherwise you get Jalen on an island against somebody that doesn't want to be guarding him.
Okay, and so my whole key coming into this series has been that the Knicks need to be the team that dictates the pace. Which means, fine, if y'all go double team, y'all got to be sound enough to get to an open spot, not be frazzled.
Don't throw a bad pass.
Right, because if the Knicks are dictating the pace, then the double team doesn't matter. We're going to make you pay because it's the NBA and you left somebody open.
Right.
Now, if they're getting goofy. Anyway, what's up?
My last thing was just going to be, do you think on this team, and I guess I don't know how much you would have been aware of this, but maybe it's just something you could feel.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a sense that, like, hey, if we don't make it work this year, some of us just won't be here next year? Like, we hear the noise.
Listen,
the Giannis noise is loud.
I do. I think that's there. I don't. How can you be in New York and not? Right? As much as, and listen, Tyler gets mad at me all the time because I'm really like, what happened on social? Because I'm just busy. Like, you know what I mean? So as much as you might try to completely block it out, it's going to seep in a little bit. And even if it's not noise, even if it's legitimately your agents trying to plan your future, like, this is just the reality of being in professional sports and being on a team that is expected to contend. If you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem.
That's it.
And how many people this is to both of you guys, how many people, if this doesn't work, they lose the next two, it's over, we don't know Mike Brown's future, we don't know anything. Who that's currently on this team is an absolute lock to be here next year who's not named Jalen Brunson? That's not a great
This cake is delicious.
I know, the cake is great. That's tough, though.
We shouldn't have to worry about this.
Hopefully we shouldn't.
Right.
But if you're a player, you do know if we disappoint this year and your name's not Jalen, there's a chance you're not
around.
around.
Get Giannis, that's going to cost a lot, right?
A lot.
So there you go.
I mean, Jalen might be able to try to hang on to who they most hope they can keep, but
if you want Giannis, you're going to have to give up a lot.
And I hate the idea of like OG going anywhere because we've talked about how important he is. He quietly has, since the moment he's got here,
good.
They've done nothing but win.
They are only good when he's available,
as long as
and
he's
they
healthy.
are only great when he's really good. That's the way it works for them.
And by the way, while Towns has played well in this series and he's shown you a revelation of being a guy who can run an offense, Anunoby's the MVP so far this series. He's 56%, I think, shooting from the field.
Crazy.
11 of 21, I think it is, from three.
That sounds right, yep.
Like, he's just been so locked in. And, by the way, his defense,
Defending.
which he can defend multiple players, and credits Hart. Because if Hart does what he does against C.J., that's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If Hart does what he does against C.J. McCollum, that allows Anunoby to just bounce around from Jalen Johnson to Alexander Walker to whoever else and be a more dangerous defender that way.
Thank you so much for this. We appreciate
No,
it.
Monica, thank you, Calandras.
You had to go an
Calandras.
Delicious.
My Lord.
So you are not on Get Up tomorrow because you have a game tonight? Or are you going to do it?
I'm not doing it tomorrow. I will join remotely Friday.
There you go.
All right. So me and you Friday then on Get Up. Okay.
All right, so you can watch it on
I heard.
Get Up.
So when I went off on Embiid, apparently you were making
I was like,
faces. You and Iman were making faces.
Wait,
Of course, I'm not looking at the monitor. You guys are on the monitor. I'm going
maybe
straight
you
at the
should.
camera. Well, no, I'm
No,
talking
he
to
was
the
looking
camera.
at the camera.
Doug.
No,
But apparently Monica was making
You
faces.
just came in so passionate. I was like, oh.
Didn't
Well,
that bother
that's
you?
the guy that we know.
That bothered me.
I understand, but like, It's kind of on brand, unfortunately.
Yes, you're right about
Let
that.
her eat her cake.
Please.
She's got to get to the
Let
garden.
her eat cake.
Monica McNutt, everybody. And
Thanks,
a report
guys.
is brought to you by Calandra's Bakery. Just 4 simple ingredients and still made by hand since 1962. Available fresh daily at your local supermarket. Peter was serious. Come on up. Grab some cake. It's great.
We're going to serve it out.
ENN's coming up at 6 o'clock. We'll take your calls as well. 1-800-919-3776. Having some fun here. Don Hahn and Rosenberg live at Stout. Brought to you by TickPick.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandra stayed at the counter. At Calandra's Bakery, they stick to the basics. Real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandra's bread is all natural with 0 preservatives, just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing, which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandra's Bakery, still made by hands, not robots, since 1962.
The Knicks.
Rebound, Towns, and the putback is good. It's a Towns takeover here in the third quarter.
The Hawks.
Kicks it to Anunoby. Far corner 3. Got it. It's the 10th assist for Karl Anthony Towns and his first career playoff triple-double.
The NBA playoffs.
And the New York Knicks have evened this first-round series with Atlanta 2 games apiece.
Game 5 coverage begins tonight at 7 on 1050 and the ESPN New York app.
Harry Douglas here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Adam Schefter here. According to CNBC, nearly half of hiring managers say a candidate's enthusiasm is the most important factor when considering them for a role. Well, if you need to hire for your business, how can you separate the candidates who are really excited from the ones that are just meh? With ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter has a new feature that quickly shows you the most interested qualified candidates first. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good.
The Knicks are in the playoffs and working toward their ultimate goal.
The 2025 NBA Cup champions, your New York Knicks.
Will this be the year the Knicks punch their ticket to the NBA Finals?
The Knicks have much bigger goals at the end of the year. Step back 3 with 5 seconds. He got it! Jalen Brunson steps back and puts the Knicks in front.
Thanks to all our New York Knicks partners this season, including ZipRecruiter, Amazon Hub Delivery, Princeton Jeep, and Food Bazaar on ESPN New York.
Join Bart Scott and Chris Carlin for the ultimate Knicks watch party as the Knicks take on the Hawks on Thursday night for Game 6. The guys are taking over Calandra's Italian Village in Caldwell, New Jersey, with $5 margaritas, half-price wings, and giveaways all night long. Tip-off energy, playoff intensity, and the loudest Knicks crowd outside the Garden. Game 6, Knicks-Hawks, be there. Brought to you by Calandra's Italian Village in Caldwell, New Jersey.
Oh.
This is Don Hahn and Rosenberg live at Stout, brought to you by TickPick, as Peter is distributing all the cake.
I'm cutting cake, baby. It's like a birthday party in here.
It is. It feels like a birthday party. And
I've done a lot of radio and a lot of live remotes and things of that nature. I don't know if I've ever seen on camera all four people on camera housing cake
delicious
throughout a segment.
And
I was loving it.
And we haven't even put a dent in the cake. That's how big it is. And you've just been carving it up during the entire break, passing it out to all the people.
We got
that are
paper
here at Stout.
This is perfect. We got
we got paper plates now. Perfect.
Now, we need to let you know that we've been talking about at 6:30, 880 is going to go to Mets coverage, the Mets Nationals.
That's their loss.
But if you're listening on, watching on YouTube or listening on the ESPN app, we're going to take you right up till 7 o'clock.
Yep.
So we've got another hour to go. We got ENN at 6, and we'll be taking your phone calls in the 6 o'clock hour as well after ENN. At 1-800-919-3776. The Stout is starting to fill up.
Oh, the ball is vanilla. Is a different kid.
Oh, see? Now I got to try that.
You see that?
Now,
I didn't know. The ball's got vanilla.
If you're coming to Stout, we're on 35th Street, closest to 7th Avenue. Come upstairs. That's where it is. Starting to fill up.
Yes.
We're getting closer and closer to tip-off at 8 o'clock.
There's not many tables left.
From what we understand,
Not any tables left.
Game 6 on Thursday is either going to be a 7:30 or a 7. From what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, Alan, it's all contingent on what the Blazers do.
Yeah,
if the Blazers win, the game will be
Blazers.
at 7:30.
Right.
Spurs win, the game will be at 7.
Right, because Spurs win, the series is over.
Right.
And then we just do a regular triple-header type deal, which is why you need the 7 o'clock tip.
And Wemby bounced back. He's already played a game since the concussion.
Oh, that second half was unbelievable.
So it's been fun. The playoffs have been fun. Peter's Penguins are forced to Game 6.
Peter's Penguins.
I'm in now. You know, it takes a while for me to catch up with hockey.
Well, now that they made the goaltender change, right? No more Skinner.
Silovs.
So why they?
Silovs.
Why did they do that?
Because Skinner lost the first 3 games?
Because he's not good.
Oh, since the Penguins made the switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
And I'm hearing Connor McDavid, a game-time decision tonight for their pivotal Game 5. They're down 3 games to 1.
Why is he a game-time
I just saw he's a game-time decision.
Didn't he hurt his knee 2 games ago?
I think he hurt his knee. He's been playing it on a wonky knee, so we might see the 2-time defending Western Conference champions be bounced early. The Pistons are down 3-1 in their series with the Orlando Magic. Listen, you got that whole parity conversation. You know, do you want to see like elite teams, teams that are expected to go far get bounced early? In the moment, it's fun. In the moment, seeing the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference in the NBA facing elimination in Game 5, in the moment, it's fun.
60-win team.
It is pretty crazy. But, we saw it last year with Cleveland. But Cleveland was more about the injuries, right? Even though we didn't believe in them, they were banged up by the time they lost to the Pacers, right?
It's also weird. It's also weird, though, because nationally, no one cares about Cleveland or Detroit yet, and on a national level. They're 1 seeds, but it doesn't have the same.
The teams in the series that have the most zhuzh are going to be Wemby, are going to be the Thunder, they're going to be the Lakers who are about to what they're at right now, and then on this side of it, of course, it's Boston and the Knicks. That's what everybody's really watching. Now you're watching Orlando, Detroit now because now you're like, wow, can Orlando really do this? That's what makes it interesting. But I agree with Don. The other side of the bracket, if Cleveland moves on or Toronto moves on and Orlando moves on, that's Fubo.
It's not great.
Yeah.
It's Fubo or Tubi. And if you're if you're Luka or Fubar, if you're Luka, you must just be sitting there every day talking to your doctors like, how can I get this together?
Well,
I got it.
Austin Reeves is probably going to play tomorrow night.
So now that's piece 2.
They're almost there, yeah.
So now if you get Luka back and you're already in the second round, listen.
You got to understand, the hamstring, the fact that he's just doing a little bit on court, moving a little bit, it's still got to be another week before he can actually play and be functional.
Yeah, but if they can finish off the series early and get a little bit of a break before going in the round 2, that could be good to put the Lakers into the conversation. This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live at Stout, brought to you by Tick Pick. ENN's coming up next. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
All right, spring's here, and you know what that means. It's time to get that grill going, and if you're not shopping at Wild Fork Foods, you're doing it all wrong. Right now, you get bacon-wrapped pork rounds for $2 each, $2. That's not normal. And chicken thighs for $2 a pound. That's awesome quality at a great value. Everything's blast frozen, so it actually tastes fresh. You got 7 stores or same-day delivery at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork Foods, quality meat, wild prices.
Looking
for unconditional love? Join London Jewelers May 3rd from 12 to 4 p.m. at Garvey's Point Dog Park in Glen Cove for a heartwarming pet adoption event supporting Rescue Paw Foundation. Each animal has a story and is waiting for a loving home. Come meet them, connect, and be part of something truly special. Rain or shine, help us turn hopeful moments into forever homes.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of the night. We've got the Mets home over at Citi Field. First pitch just a little over an hour away. It's also Bark in the Park and Mookie Wilson bobblehead night. Still nice and quiet at the Whitestone Bridge heading into Queens from the Bronx side. Van Wyck northbound, stop and go heading over to the stadium and the Whitestone Expressway, all because of a crash on Northern Boulevard eastbound by Parsons Boulevard. Knicks are home tonight at MSG, round 1, home game 3 of the playoffs against the Hawks. Best bet into Midtown. Stick with the west side over the east side of town. Not too bad if you're heading over to the outbound George on the southbound Deegan and Henry Hudson. West Side Highway northbound, a slow go from the 79th Street Boat Basin. Inbound George going to run you about 10 to 15 for the upper deck, lower level, a great ride. Outbound Lincoln will run you 15 to 20. Outbound Holland 10 to 15. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Evan Cohen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app, share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
What's up, my friends? This is Francisco Lindor.
This is Devin Williams. This is Luke Weaver.
Bo Bichette here. You're listening to the home of New York Mets baseball.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Welcome.
Hey, now. Hey, now.
You standing up for this?
Yeah, I'm standing.
Why don't you stand up then?
I'm freezing, so I'm standing a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't bring a jacket with me, man.
Are you? But I can't tell if it's the air outside or air conditioning in the house. Is it air conditioning? I think it's air conditioning.
Ray Santiago.
Hey,
in
Ray
the
Santiago's
house.
here. Anyway, we can turn this AC down by any chance?
Wow, look at him making demands.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm literally frigid. I'm dying in here.
You're-
And I'm wearing a
you're-
sweatshirt.
Dying over here.
You're a guest.
You know, Don and Rosenberg's live at Stout, brought to you by TickPick.
It's so cold. It's so cold.
I also like to say ENN is brought to you by our friends over at Fanatics Fest NYC.
You bet your ass it is.
All right.
I'd like to start off by saying good evening to Don.
I've got some prep to do, but I'm sure I can carve out a good 30 minutes.
So you see how you made him Sterling, though?
I was just having fun.
I know, but it went from Murray to Sterling.
Some prep
By the way,
to
the name
do.
Murray Sterling.
Murray Sterling. Oh, wow.
That's like a manager, an old-timey
I was
Hollywood
gonna say,
manager.
Or like it just like it owns a jewelry store.
Yeah, Murray Sterling.
Murray Sterling.
Come on down to Murray Sterling.
He'll make you a deal.
I got diamonds for you, kid. I got diamonds.
Let's say good evening to Don.
Stout? Of course I'd go. I always go to Stout. Hopefully there'll be a libation.
I got to tell you, it's very good.
That is good.
I feel guilty about something. I have gotten to hear too many great John Sterling stories that as a non-Yankee fan, like I don't deserve to get. You know what I mean? But us just being with Michael over the years, the amount of hilarity
it's
and
amazing.
ridiculousness that I have heard with Michael doing his impression of Sterling is
it's great. At
the man
parties.
lived a life. I'll just let everybody know.
He has.
He's
and he's got way more to live.
Yeah, he lived.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Why did he make it past tense?
Well, no. There's still
Does he
more.
know something?
No. There's still more living to do.
I would hope
I'm just saying he was on the road for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
sure.
Yeah.
I'd also like to say, if I can, good evening to Don. I'd like to say good evening to Alan.
Oh.
Clean day, boys. Clean day. Yeah. I have a house phone still.
That was
from
quite
the 70s.
I do. Well, no, mine's not from the 70s, but I have one of those where you got the base and you got those little satellite phones you can put all throughout the house with the cordless. I got that. I still have that.
And you never put it back on the charger, so the damn thing just sits in the couch.
That would be the worst moment when you pick it up and you push the button and it just
nothing.
It goes right out. Good evening to Monica, by the way.
Way too short, way too bald, not my type.
I mean,
that was tough. Good evening to myself. You never seen someone pulled over to the shoulders hitting a quick pipe?
Wow, clean day for 2/3 of the show.
That's right.
I don't like it. Not a remote.
No, you're right. I didn't think we were clean either.
And to Superintendent Chalmers.
Get her.
Now, Don, we haven't gotten to your dream yet. Do you want to share with everybody what your dream was? I thought it was worth repeating.
You had a dream?
Don had a dream.
Well,
Don had a dream.
So I've got to run out of here as soon as the show's over. I'm going to be following Alan. He's got a pregame show.
I mean, literally.
And I'm going to be speaking at the Devils fan club meeting, which is out in Parsippany. So I got to get going. So it's been on my mind.
You think Frank the Tank is there? Or?
I don't know if he's a member of the fan club. I'm not really sure.
Really?
You would think so.
He's wallowing in the Mets struggles, probably.
Oh, he's like wallowing all right.
But so my dream was that I went to the Devils fan club meeting, but instead it was more like a commune where it was like a farm, and there were all these like Devil fans everywhere. They were in different rooms, and I'm wandering around. I'm talking to all of them, and I'm waiting, and I haven't addressed them yet. Like, when am I going to address them? It's getting late. For some reason, I had to get back into the city. And now it's like 10 o'clock, and they still haven't, corralled me to speak.
The really Don part of it hasn't happened yet. Keep going.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
For some reason, with me is my father.
That's nice.
Who's been gone for going on 29 years, and my wife, Nancy. There's no kids in the dream.
Oh.
And they're going to bail because they don't want to wait anymore for me to be done. So they climb into the Rusty Wallace #2 Miller Lite NASCAR.
Of course they did.
And drive off.
Of course they did.
I love it.
What other car would you take?
The Rusty Wallace. It's got to be.
So I end up finding my way back to the city. I don't know how it went at the fan club. And I'm buying food because for some reason I had a show to do or something to do at ESPN.
Always something to do.
And I look and I see the Rusty Wallace #2 car, and I walk over and, Nancy made it back, and my dad doesn't say he's driving the car, and he just drives off.
You didn't get to have any words with your dad?
No, I think the commune part was I did see, you're flipping around the videos on X, and they'll just show you like a movie clip, and show me a movie clip of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood when they're at the ranch.
Yes.
So I think that might have been in my head before I went to bed, and that's why the whole thing with me. I don't know why my dad was in it. Although I will occasionally dream about my dad, and it's usually just him being there for some reason, never says anything. But it was just an eerie, weird, like kind of like a fever dream, although I don't think I had a temperature at all.
I just love the Rusty Wallace part.
That's the best part.
He wasn't Nancy's favorite, right?
Yeah.
Rusty's #1?
Yeah. That's where we went on the Rusty Wallace cruise for our honeymoon. Wait a minute.
I don't remember that. Sorry.
No, you don't remember that?
I don't remember.
No, but it left Miami and went to the Bahamas, St. Thomas, and St. Martin. No. It was a regular cruise. It just they did have functions revolving around Rusty Wallace.
But if Rusty Wallace dances on my wife on my honeymoon, I would have thrown him overboard.
I bet they had.
But the Rusty Wallace cruise for the honeymoon. Now let me ask you a question.
Activities.
So many activities. Let me ask you a question. I want you to answer honestly.
Yes.
Is Rusty Wallace a handsome guy?
Not to me. I don't think she liked him because of his looks. I really don't like the
all about
way
the car.
You pigeonhole her into being that way.
No.
All right? That she's completely motivated by the way somebody looks. Was Dave Rigetti good looking? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Rusty Wallace is.
Was Patrice Brisebois good looking? Sure.
But Rusty Wallace, I'm not.
I don't think she fancied Rusty Wallace other than
You're not
she
worried
just
about
appreciated the way he drove.
You tell me Don shouldn't be worried about Rusty here?
Actually, you know what?
He did. He did.
I got to tell you.
No.
He's giving Redford right here. That's a good photo.
When is that, though? What year is that?
Look at this. Look at this picture of Rusty
He
Wallace.
is giving Redford. There is some Redford there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Decent proposal.
Listen,
but then I see some later ones, and he's giving something much worse.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Go look at Redford in that movie right now. You'll want to hook up with him.
All right.
So that was my
that's
dream.
your dream.
She was never an Earnhardt guy, huh?
Well, yes. If you're a NASCAR fan, everybody's an Earnhardt guy.
Sure.
What about Junior?
Yeah.
Everybody loved Junior.
That's my guy.
Your guy.
Commander fan. Yeah.
Nice.
Big hip hop guy. Big Redskin guy.
Yep.
That's my guy.
All right. Okay.
Only thing, if he hits the wrestling, it's the trifecta.
I got engaged, as you know, at the Daytona 500, the start-finish line, of a race that he won. And we snuck into the winner's circle because the security guard fell asleep. So we got to be in the winner's circle when he won the Daytona 500.
So how big is the winner's circle?
Not very. It's got maybe a couple of bleachers, and then they wheel the car in, and it's just all the media.
So how close were you to him?
I don't know, 25, 30 feet.
Wow.
All because the security guard's on a folding chair, just out.
Was it a surprise proposal? Like it was
she wasn't expecting it.
And where did you actually drop to your knee and do it?
At the start-finish line.
That no one stopped and was like, "Whoa, he's about to propose!" And and then Rusty Wallace came over and he was just like, congratulating you. It would have been a great moment.
Somebody had taken a picture of it and said that they would email it to me. This is back in 2004.
Oh.
I never got the email.
No, carrier pigeon.
That is, that's terrible.
Terrible.
All right, so a lot to get to here in the ENN.
Sure, why not?
Which, by the way, this episode of Don Hahn and Rosenberg at Stout Live is brought to you by TickPick. TickPick, fans know the best memories start with the best prices. The Steelers, in what somewhat of an insurance move, have tendered Aaron Rodgers.
Tendered?
That's right. So this preserves the Steelers' right to receive a compensatory draft pick in the event Rodgers signs with another team, while also limiting his ability to sign with another team once training camp begins.
This is a very good idea by them.
The Steelers will have exclusive negotiating rights for Rodgers if he does not sign with another team by July 22nd or the first day of Pittsburgh's training camp, whichever is later.
Now, this is the security, the insurance blanket, I guess, or whatever, for if all of a sudden Indianapolis needs a quarterback in camp, and he's like, you know what, I think I have a better chance to win in Indianapolis.
Right.
So if he decides to wait until camp, then if he decides to come back, it'll be with the Steelers. It's a good idea.
It's him doing that thing where I'm going to sit out for a while and maybe halfway through a season somebody like Joe Flacco did.
And if you want to do that, then that means when you come back, you're going to be playing for us.
That's it. You want to play it for anybody, you're playing for Pittsburgh.
Playing right over.
I don't know why, honestly. I know they got a new coach, although it's a good coach, that you wouldn't want to play for the Steelers. They made the playoffs last year. They got killed in the game. But, where are you going?
Where are you going?
You know you're going to go to a team that's going to win 9 or more games, right? You got McCarthy's there now.
But the best question
is, he's not going anywhere now, but like you said, he could always just say, I'm not going to go to camp. I don't want to go through any of that. And then wait and see a team, because this always happens. Someone has an injury. I mean, again, we saw it with in Indianapolis. Your favorite
Daniel
player.
Jones.
No. Rivers. Just came out of nowhere. Started playing
for Daniel Jones. Yeah,
but so I think they are protecting themselves from him playing that game rather than going through a whole training camp.
Because he could go full Nancy Kerrigan on Stafford or Purdy, get himself a nice California playoff run. That would be the only thing that's better than playing for Pittsburgh.
No, I get that. But you know what? If he's legitimately thinking about retiring, well then, take all the time you need. But if he really honestly thinks
in the meantime,
that I'm going to wait and everybody's going to be anticipating, we're over that.
Yeah.
We've been over that for 2 years. You play great. I enjoy watching him play. Retire, do it. I don't care anymore. So why don't you just say, I'm going to play for the Steelers, one last hurrah.
Because this is what he does.
But I'm just saying there was a time people cared. People don't care anymore.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, what is the point right now, though?
Well, it's because it's a crying wolf.
Unless he really is legitimately thinking about retiring, which I can understand. He's 43 years old.
Don, he was legitimately thinking about it last year, too.
Right. But if he's holding out thinking that, listen, McAfee will have him on every Tuesday, so he'll get love there. But otherwise, if he thinks that all we're going to be talking about the entire summer is Rodgers coming back or not, we didn't last year. Why would we do it this year?
He said, when I retire, I'm going to go far away. You're never going to hear from me again. That's what he said.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, he has to really decide. If I do it, I really said I'm going.
He gone.
He can't. He ended his career, guys, with a pick six.
It was a tough game.
It was
No, it was.
It was brutal. They were the second half of that game was horrifying.
But I'm a fan of his football.
Of course, me too. I rooted for it. I didn't want it to end that way.
I love these guys that don't want to let go. Play on, man. I love the fact that Brady played his 47. I love that Chelios played his 47. I still wish Jaromir Jagr would come back and play at 52. I love that.
Always a fan.
But if he thinks that, I'll just captivate everybody all summer, what's Rodgers going to do? We're all good.
We're all set here.
We're all set.
Now, speaking of the NFL, Ty Simpson, the newest Ram.
Sure.
To you and me.
Charger.
He was on ESPN radio, and he spoke some about the internecine secret stylings of the L.A. Rams.
I love this.
We tried to keep this, under wraps as long as we could. It was something to where I knew they were interested, but they wanted to, make it private and didn't want people to know that, they were interested. So I had some secret meetings with, Coach McVay, and, I just was trying to be on script and, do what, everybody told me not to tell anybody. So, it was something to where I knew that they were interested. I just didn't know when. Sure enough, I had a lot of confidence in myself, and that's why I decided to come out. If it wasn't them, I felt like that it was going to be somebody else.
So if McVay was meeting with him, then how upset could he have been by the pick?
You got to understand, as I said, that was performative. What he did
for
with
Stafford.
the media, yes.
Yeah.
Because Stafford, we know, is like he's remember last year he was thinking about it. And last year he wasn't sure he wanted to return to the Rams, let alone return to football.
Oh, yeah,
at all.
that was the thing.
So am I going to retire? Am I not? I remember McVay was just sort of at first said, we want to give him all the time he wants. And then it became like, make a choice. McVay ran out of patience with him. So I think he knows – I don't want this guy thinking I'm already can't wait till he leaves. So I got to make it sound like I'm on his side, right? And that was all performative, just so that Stafford couldn't say, "Oh, you've already got your replacement for me. Why would I even bother coming back?" Because they think they can win a Super Bowl this year. Now the problem
both
is,
can be true. By the way,
the problem is this story comes out.
It's over.
How do you think Stafford's going to feel about that?
Wait, so you had secret meetings with him?
Clandestine.
That doesn't play great. Well,
what doesn't play great is that Simpson waited 3 days to tell the story.
No, I know. That's what I mean.
All right, so the secret's out now, bud.
By the way,
good luck in that quarterback room.
Should have waited forever.
Yeah, or when Stafford retired, then you can say, well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you a funny story. Remember the draft? Remember everybody was shocked that I was taken 13th?
Quarterbacks are just such a tough.
Need to tell that
It's
story.
so tough for teams to navigate, though. I hate that you can't go to the quarterback and say, "Hey, we know we have a shot this year, and we're going to give it everything, and it's your team. However, we cannot use our first-round pick to add because we have to plan for after you." It just sucks that you can't. He's already a Super Bowl champion.
But again, he was toying with the idea of leaving the year before. I mean,
right.
Can a quarterback understand that, hey, you're going to have to move on?
Well,
I understand.
No,
they don't.
No. I don't care about next year. I care about this year.
Right, but he has to.
I'm coming back to play for you. We should have. We lost. We had a chance to go to the Super Bowl. We lost. We know we can do this. Get me as much talent as you can. Let's get that ring. Let's get that ring. But no, you're using that pick that could have gotten me more talent. You're using that pick on my replacement. How all in are you really?
Well,
that's all.
But both could be true,
I guess.
in the sense I've got to plan for life after you.
Yeah.
Because you could just all of a sudden turn around at the end of the season and say, all right, I'm done.
You're right, but I don't. I don't worry about that.
Well,
I don't care.
The world can't always revolve around you.
He's a quarterback. He's an MVP. It revolves around him.
Yeah, and I got a ring from you, so I appreciate it. But at the same time, there's got to be life after the fact, because we have to continue to exist.
Matthew Stafford doesn't care about life after. Matthew Stafford only cares about winning now. And so you can say that you understand it. I'm not saying it's the wrong thing to do. They're in the right to do that. What I'm saying is that Stafford will never accept it.
No, and I think all Don and I are presenting is grow up. Sorry, you're part of a bigger thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's not the LA Staffords. It's the LA Rams, and you're not playing forever. So I get it. It was the same. We've seen this before.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's not the first. He won't be the last.
Because when Stafford decides, I'm going to retire, he's not going to be like, I feel bad. They drafted a wide receiver for me, so I'll hang around another year.
No, if my back hurts too much, I'm stopping playing.
Yeah.
I got to tell you why I hate Chris Carlin.
What? Interesting.
You hate him.
Interesting.
That's a strong word.
Hate?
Hate.
Or interesting?
They're both.
Well, no. Hate is.
He wrote. Can you? He's the worst.
This to you?
Yeah.
All right.
He wrote, "Can you get some more Monty Coleman talk in, please? Thank you, a concerned listener." Bad guy. It's one shout out. I can't say one thing.
I know.
It was twice.
Monty Coleman's come out twice?
Yeah.
You sure?
You're positive.
You could have asked.
I think one was off the air.
No. Thought you mentioned it earlier.
No, that was it.
No,
to Monica.
on the air, just
Once.
to Monica.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No, I would know.
And she was in the middle of slicing cake, and I said, by the way, we lost Monty Coleman today.
Can I read you another text?
Oh. Who's this from?
Now you want to pile on.
I do.
Gutless.
Well, but since you went there.
Gutless.
Tyler Murray.
Oh. This can't be about me. I didn't say anything. I didn't badmouth him.
Stop with the Commanders. And then okay, we're back.
Because of the death of Monty Coleman.
Well, you could have asked her off the air.
Yeah.
No, no. I'm sorry. It's a sports show saying Monty Coleman passed away. We talk about random deaths. It could be the third thing we do on this show. Sports, other, random death. It's literally the show.
You notice that what was the prevailing memory from Pat O'Keefe and his time with you on opening night?
Well, no, it was I love Pat, but it was a lying cheap shot.
Well done by him, by the way.
Yeah, no, I respected it. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you caught this also. Pat also used the word adjace while he
did.
He's a P1.
Oh, he's a P1.
So so him getting the Commanders in joke, that's just him getting the show.
All right, well,
I don't think,
now you understand that it's just a joke.
Although I will say it was opening day of the Knicks season, which means it
was football season.
Yeah, and Commander season wasn't lost yet. So we had Monica on that day. I think I asked her about it, and we had Steve Kerr on that day. So there was a heavy dose.
Novak?
No,
we had Steve Kerr.
We had Kerr. Sorry, we don't have Steve Kerr.
No,
we have Tim Legler.
Sure. Tim Legler, Steve Kerr.
No. By the way,
we all look alike, though.
No. In NBA senses, same guy.
I mean, no.
I mean, one's a champion, and one was on the Wizards. But the one became a legendary coach, one became a great broadcaster. Okay. But at the time, you're telling me there was a huge difference between Tim Legler and Steve Kerr?
I don't know why we're getting into the debate between Steve Kerr and Tim Legler.
What do you think, Don?
No, he's deflecting, getting it off of he's getting the spotlight off him now.
No, I'm fine.
Spotlight's on you.
By the way,
who you play for matters.
Who you play for matters.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah. But in terms of style of player, Steve Kerr and Tim Legler.
Legler, obviously, Commanders guy.
That's right.
Monica, Commanders from that area as well. So you use that.
The worst part
way.
is I don't know if Monica is familiar with Monty Coleman. She's young.
Right, that's true. But John Garrett died today. I didn't bring it up, but I knew the guy.
Well, that's a bad job by you.
I don't know if it's a bad job or just reading the room.
Wait, who's John Garrett?
Exactly. He's a former Canuck goaltender.
Okay, no,
how do you not know that?
That was doing color for the Canucks broadcast.
Okay.
That's right.
And I got to know him over the years, and he was a good guy.
Yeah.
But I figure our audience is, as much as I appreciate him,
right,
he's probably good on the subject.
Yeah.
And you should have thought the same.
No, I disagree. They played against Monty Coleman twice a year, every year.
But I knew the guy.
Well, that's you. That's on you. But there's no rivalry between the Rangers and the Canucks.
Well, they only played in the Cup final in '94, but John didn't participate.
Yeah.
When was he active?
This is late '60s, early '70s.
How old was
74.
he? Still a bit young. Anyways.
And I tweeted. I got it off my chest.
Well, I'm not using Twitter. So do you want me to be happy and peaceful or not? I can't go on Twitter. Once I go on to give an RIP shout out on Twitter,
but two
I'm
separate
going down
people
the rabbit hole.
Took time to text to say we're good on the Commanders.
Oh, you think I base, with all due respect, you think I base my radio career on Chris Carlin and Tyler Murray? They're both fantastic broadcasters.
Yeah, they're not
my
nobodies.
personal PDs.
They didn't talk to each other, and they both had the same emotion. I'm just saying.
Yeah, a lot of haters out there. Moving right along.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep, please.
Because I have a plethora of things I need to play for you both, including, back to the Knicks game, our good friend Kendrick Perkins with a message to Knicks fans on First Take today.
with the New York Knicks fan base. Y'all are so up and down in a series when you supposed to be even killed. So what you lost game 3? Your thing is to get one and get home court advantage back. And all of a sudden you come on with these rants. I'm getting text messages from my guy Russ, who's in studio right now. Y'all are so up and down. And you know what's the sad part about it? Is this. Y'all are somewhat spoiled. Y'all spoiled because y'all act like y'all are entitled. What? Y'all act like y'all entitled. Y'all are not the Lakers. Y'all are not the Celtics. I don't just see championship banners hanging up in Madison Square Garden to act like y'all supposed to be somewhere, or y'all supposed to be in the NBA Finals, or y'all supposed to be winning NBA championships. Now all of a sudden the Knicks fan base want to kick Jalen Brunson to the curb. Y'all haven't been relevant since Moby Dick was a goldfish until he got there. Now all of a sudden y'all questioning whether or not y'all can win the title behind the small.
Don's had it up.
You know what?
I love Perk.
I'm good on Perk.
No, he's going at Stephen A. because Stephen A. He runs hot and cold,
then
never
go after
lukewarm.
Stephen.
He
Don't
did.
go after the fans.
Well,
go
no,
after Stephen.
Well,
he is right though.
He was
I
using
don't,
Stephen as an example.
But that example is accurate. That example is accurate.
There's nothing he said that was wrong, and
now,
the goldfish line was hilarious.
The thing I'll push back on Perk about is Perk doesn't even know what it is to be a fan. He has literally been a professional out of the womb. The guy, he doesn't remember. We're talking about it all the way back to college and high school.
Right, of course.
So he doesn't remember that you do go on this emotional up and down in a series. Of course that's what you do.
Because you can't control. I think the biggest anxiety for any fan is you can't control it.
Here's why I'm out. Because it's all performative garbage. Because last year, he was all in on the Knicks. The Knicks actually get better. Now he's out because that's the way that the tide is going. So it's all just performative garbage. I'm good.
I am told that will do it for ESPN tonight.
In no uncertain terms.
Which is brought to you by Fanatics Fest NYC. Fanatics Fest returns, of course, to the Javits Center July 16th to the 19th. Aaron Judge, Jalen Brunson, a plethora of WWE superstars, and so many more at the world's largest sports fan festival. Tickets available now, fanaticsfest.com.
Hey, guys, in New York, every block is a business. Every minute counts, and Amazon Hub Delivery lets you earn extra revenue from the business you already run. You and your staff can deliver packages right in your neighborhood on a schedule that works for you. So Brian and the crew at 165 Hardware in Washington Heights, they deliver during their store's afternoon downtime. The extra revenue from Amazon Hub Delivery helps their bottom line, and delivering has given the business more visibility and connection to their community. And getting started, easy. No delivery experience, no long-term contracts, and no startup costs. New York local businesses ready to make your next move? Visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery. Don Hahn Rosenberg live at Stout, brought to you by TickPick.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-5 2.5S all-wheel drive for $249 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN T010-2819. MSRP $33,675. Zero security deposit. Ends 4/30/26.
Attention, New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios home internet for an incredible $20 a month, guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON now. For new Fios customers with autopay, mobile and home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joindoc or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson. What's up, Knicks fans? This is Josh Hart. Knicks fans, it's Mikal Bridges, and this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
Evan Cohen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app, share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
You're listening to 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
FanDuel is serving up a happy hour every day during the playoffs. We're talking special drops you won't want to miss, from profit boosts to bonus bets and more with everything in between. You can find what you're looking for on FanDuel, and the best part, it's every single day. So whether you're betting the early game or gearing up for primetime, make sure you open the FanDuel app and see what's waiting for you today. So head to FanDuel.com/local to get started during this playoff run. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. From profit boosts to bonus bets and more with everything in between, you can find what you're looking for on FanDuel, and the best part, it's every single day. Make sure you open the FanDuel app and see what's waiting for you today. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions do apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
We're about to go on.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live at Stout, brought to you by Tick Pick. Hanging out with you till 7 o'clock. Our coverage has already begun on 880 for Mets, so we are right now a vehicle of
YouTube.
ESPN app and YouTube.
Yes, sir.
So we appreciate everybody coming here. So we got another 30 minutes here. Want to talk some Knicks basketball, 1-800-919-3776. So what are your three keys, Alan, to the Knicks taking a 3-2 series lead?
Well, the first one is something I was just talking about, actually, with somebody that came up to chat. And the first thing has to be to expect the Hawks to be extra physical, especially against Towns when he gets the ball as the hub, as they're calling it, at the top of the offense. If you're going to see that play, you can't give him space. So I think they're going to try to make him uncomfortable and see if they can mess up that screen action that happens and try to create turnovers. So pay attention to the physicality. I think the three-point defense early is critical. I talked about it at the beginning of the show. You always worry about, in that building, there's something about, it's different than any other road site. An opposing team comes in, there's always that one guy, because it's the big stage and because of the energy in the building, somebody just gets superpowers. And for me tonight, I'm watching Nickeil Alexander-Walker, a guy that if you see him, if he sees his first three go down, he might hit 4.
Right.
And the next thing you know, you're down 12. That's something you've got to keep an eye on, and don't let somebody get hot, because the temperature in that building when you get hot is much hotter than any other place in the sport. So that's the second thing I'm watching for. And the very last thing, you use the phrase, I'm going to say it, don't play with your food. If you do get a lead on this team, learn from game 2. Don't get complacent. Don't enjoy the crowd cheering. Don't settle in. You have got to stomp them out.
Yeah.
You have got to make sure you finish the job, because you don't want to have what happened in game 2 happen again. They have shown you the ability to come back They have shown you the ability that they will not end. Because, look, they're playing for their lives right now, that team. They know it. And so you're going to deal with that right now. You want to make sure that you leave no doubt that what happened in Game 4, oh, no, that's how this series is going the rest of the way. You've had the game that you gave away. That is over now. So I want to see not only how they start, but obviously how they finish.
I wonder if you hang, if you're the Hawks, is that enough to give you confidence for Game 6? Like, you're a 6.5-point dog. I think most people watching this, the way that it went down in Game 4, is that the Hawks, they don't have much of a chance in this game. And I wonder if they hang with the Knicks and the Knicks win on a last-second shot or they win by 3, is that enough for the Hawks to go, hey, we weren't supposed to win this game. It's the Garden.
Well, their whole
now
thing
let's go,
is,
go home. We'll take care of business there, and then it's on for Game 7. So does the closeness of the game, even if you lose, enough for the Hawks to build off of on Thursday to see if they can even the series?
I think for them it's definitely about how it feels when it's over, because you could feel like we're going to be back here on Saturday, right? Like that's got to be your mentality is we went toe-to-toe. We're coming back. We're going to be here Saturday because all we've got to do now is win a home game, and then we get a shot at the ultimate game. So that's what you're looking at. But if what looked like in Game 4 is the same thing you see in Game 5, where the Knicks are stifling them in the paint and they can't get any transition, they can't shoot the threes again, then I think it starts to get in their head like, you know, they got a formula against us that we can't handle.
And then remember at that point, now for the first time the Knicks have won 2 games in a row in the series. So momentum from that standpoint, Atlanta might just start thinking, all right, well, the jig is up. Because let's suppose the Knicks win by 15 tonight, which they will because I picked them to cover.
Of course you did.
We're talking about plus 40 for the series at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very easy for Atlanta to believe, yeah, man, we somehow snuck out with a couple of games.
Well,
but
look,
we're in trouble.
They know Game 2. Like C.J. McCollum made that pretty clear at the end of that game that they know they stole it, right? Like that's them saying we're in a series. We got a series now. Whereas I found that quote to be really interesting. He walked in the locker room after Game 2, and he goes, "We're in a real series now," to the team. That's a very interesting thing to say in the second game of the series. But his point is this now shows we can win this thing, and that's the belief factor. What the Knicks had to do was take that belief away, which you kind of hope they did in Game 4.
Yeah, because the Hawks
but you got to do it tonight.
Don't have a game where they're like, they stole it from us, that we should have won that game. Because the 2 games they lost, they lost comfortably.
Yeah, they almost stole Game 3.
Almost, but that and then you look at
the Knicks almost stole Game 3. They were up by 3. They were up by 1 with 30 seconds to go and the ball.
Right.
So those are moments that you could have
But the Knicks
stolen.
are looking at it and saying this series should be over.
Yes.
The 2 games we lost, we should not have lost.
Correct.
The Hawks can't look at it that way, right?
The 2 games they lost, they got their ass.
You know, the Knicks were better, and they stole the other 2 games. Now, they might look at it law of averages wise, like, hey, we haven't played a complete game yet. You know, we can hang with them. We should be able to go out and get ours and get our moment and win going away. Why not? We haven't done that yet.
Right.
We haven't played our best basketball yet. They could be saying that. Whether we believe it or not, sometimes that never happens.
Yeah. Well, if you've watched this series during the regular season as well, there's been some close games. There've been some battles. So
I'm starting to believe, and I always thought this, but it's been galvanized. The regular season.
Those matchups are hard to
folly
you're right.
to even compare.
You're right.
You look at Detroit, 60-win season.
Right.
You know, and they might get bounced in the first round by Orlando. Now, I don't know. You may know off the top of your head what the season series was between the Pistons and the Magic.
I don't remember.
But a 60-win team should not be playing, in effect, a play-in team and be down 3 games.
Well, in Orlando, to be fair, Orlando's not your typical play-in team.
But
they were a team that was supposed to be a top 6 team this year.
Right, but they weren't.
They had a lot of injuries, and that caused them to struggle through the middle of the season because they aren't a great offensive team. They are a great defensive team, but they are not. They have 2 high-level offensive players in Banchero and Wagner, but they're not a high-functioning offensive team. And so they have to grind. And now that they've got their 2 high-functioning offensive players healthy, their defense and their physicality, they are not intimidated by the Pistons. It's crazy. So they split the season series.
Yeah.
2-2.
All right. No, that's fair, but still at the same time, I just don't believe.
But you don't know who was available.
The regular
yeah,
season.
it's so true.
It's all we have to go by,
I know.
right?
I'm buying into it now, Don, more than ever. But the problem is with the regular season is you need something to talk about.
Well, it's all you have.
And you do learn about a team as the season goes on with specific matchups and different runs. You can, again, the Knicks season boiled down to 2 great stretches surrounded by a 2-9 stretch.
Right.
That's the worst they played all year, that 2-9. Other than the 2-9, the rest of the season, would they have 1 3-game losing streak? Like they really were they were a really good team, but we only remember the 2-9 stretch because that was so debilitating at the time because it took them from being a 2 seed all the way down to a 3
Even
seed.
though you also kind of predicted the 2-9 stretch.
Right after the NBA Cup.
Yeah, you said watch out. There could be a major dip
And you
after
saw
the
the
NBA
schedule.
Cup. I said that makes no sense.
Yep.
One more game, one more bit of travel, how? And yet we saw it happen again.
It was the schedule that came and the amount of road games. I was on the road with them.
Now, they still had a couple of dumb losses after that.
Yes.
It's not like they never did.
No, you're right.
But from a consistent – like
they always answered the bell. That's the thing I kept learning about this team is that even when it's at the dire straits, every time we would reach that dire – like
they
a
better
really
not lose
ugly
another
loss.
one.
You can't lose
They
this
would.
one. You better not – they always seem to find a way.
But in taking a look at what might be ahead, the fact that the Knicks beat Boston 3 out of 4 is irrelevant to me. I'd rather go back to last year that they beat him in the postseason.
I think you're right.
To mean that
Well,
probably
remember,
means more.
No Tatum in any of those games. You know, other than the
Tatum.
last one.
And
the last one
and
didn't have Brown.
And no Brown in the last game.
Right.
But beating them on the stage in which they beat them last year in the second round, to me, it carries way more weight than what happened in the regular season.
Isn't that the confidence that comes from demonstrated performance? So the fact that you went to that building and not only were you down 20, but you came back from them. So you proved that you are hard to kill and then made clutch plays late to win those 2 games in Boston. You know, that set them on their edge. I'm telling you, like, you don't want to look ahead. You got to show respect. It is the first round. There's still 2 more games you got to win yet. But from just a compelling, like, what a series this will be from so many angles, a Knicks-Celtics series is something you just feel like for basketball would be so
And listen,
great because of that history last year and because of the Tatum thing and because Boston, well aware we gave games away to this team last year. There's a revenge factor. This series could be just epic, and you're just hoping we're going to get a chance to have fun and go through it.
Yeah, and listen, I'm not suggesting that the fix is in. But the NBA offices, as much as they love the underdog and the smaller market teams making runs.
Doesn't work that way, does it?
A Knicks-Celtics second round is a heck of a lot more sexier than Celtics-Hawks, especially when you might have Orlando-Toronto in the other series.
Yeah, but
right?
Yeah.
A Laker team banged up out west and the possibility of a conference final of Spurs Thunder.
Don, here's why I love those theories. Because while you would definitely think that, you'd much rather have this here, you'd much rather have this, it's better for the ratings, it's better for everything. But they can't fix it for you. You still have to do it. It could be set up for you in whatever reason. But think about this. You would much rather have New York, Oklahoma City in the final, wouldn't you? That Pacers Thunder finals was one of the lowest rated. It was terrible.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I got nothing.
But here's the reason: you lose game 1. That's on you. Like, hey, look, you got where you got. I can't. You gave away a lead. Like, that's the thing with this idea that the league fixes it. I think there's something to the idea that you would massage a way to get this matchup right, but I can't. If you piddle it away, that's all right.
I
can't do anything about that now.
What I'm saying is
still gotta win.
Close game, 50-50 call. Maybe it ends up going the next
who's
way.
to say that didn't
but
happen?
if you're down by 10,
I know.
it's not going to matter.
Right.
And listen, I'm just talking out about what. I'm just saying that I'm sure the NBA officers are like, this would be really dead sexy. And to be able to get the Celtics or the Knicks in the NBA Finals
you
against
don't
the
think
Thunder.
they're saying that in Bristol?
Yeah, I mean, if they really,
they're saying it in Bristol.
if they really wanted to set this thing up better, though, can we arrange them for the conference finals instead of the second round?
That's seeding.
Because that could be nasty.
I know.
All right.
A Celtics Orlando conference final is not what you dream.
Last call crew, 1-800-919-3776. Take you up until 7 o'clock. This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live at Stout, brought to you by TickPick.
The Knicks.
Rebound, Towns, and the putback is good. It's a Towns takeover here in the third quarter.
The Hawks.
Kicks it to Anunoby. Far corner three. Got it. It's the 10th assist for Karl Anthony Towns and his first career playoff triple-double.
The NBA playoffs.
And the New York Knicks have evened this first-round series with Atlanta 2 games apiece.
Game 5 coverage begins tonight at 7 on 1050 and the ESPN New York app.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, and I know how a serious accident can change your life just like that.
I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and I understand that with pain comes medical bills and time out of work. Let us get you justice.
This is John Ryan, the closer. For over 35 years, our family has been getting accident victims every dollar they deserve.
I started this firm for the injured so they can bite back against the insurance companies.
Our legacy is to get you justice. Bite back.
To get you paid, bite back.
At D'Agostino & Associates, bite back means fight back. When you're hurt and they blame you, we bite back and get you every dollar you deserve. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey, so call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. 1-800-248-3222. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Knicks fans, it's time to hit the court with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and add a boost of excitement to every New York game day with same-day parlays, live betting options, player props, boosted odds specials, and the best daily promotions in the business. With the BetMGM app at your fingertips, you can experience the excitement of betting on your favorite players and get in on all the blue and orange action as your New York Knicks drive the lane. Find out why basketball fans love BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. BetMGM. Make it legendary.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem in New York? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch, Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The Knicks are in the playoffs and working toward their ultimate goal.
The 2025 NBA Cup champions, your New York Knicks.
Will this be the year the Knicks punch their ticket to the NBA Finals?
The Knicks have much bigger goals at the end of the year. Step back three with 5 seconds. He got it! Jalen Brunson steps back and puts the Knicks in front.
Thanks to all our New York Knicks partners this season, including New York Presbyterian, NYC Department of Corrections, Boost Mobile, and the Parisman Firm on ESPN New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live at Stout, brought to you by Tick Pick. Take you up until 7 o'clock and get you ready for the Knicks and the Hawks, Game 5 tonight. Let's hear from you at 1-800-919-3776. Jay in Atlanta. You're on ESPN New York.
Yeah, thanks for taking a call. Real quick, I'd like OG today. We're definitely winning. I like OG today for about 25 to 30 points. And I think we're going to have a Mikal Bridges sighting. I think those are the two guys that's going to lead us, and definitely Cat, double figures and rebounding. But I really think OG's going to take us home today. That's just how it feels to me.
Be an OG series. It's been an OG series.
That makes sense, right?
He's shot the three at a great rate. He's been really good, again, on his cuts. His defense has been good. He's been really competitive, and that's what you love. And by the way, I don't know if you guys have seen these little clips. Like, this started a couple of weeks ago. So he hurt his wrist in a game against Memphis. And he fell and he went to the bench and it was hurting him. And Jordan Clarkson he did this thing where while the trainer was attending to him, he started going like this. Like waving his fingers, like a little magic, like he was just over his, and then that was it. It was like a little Miyagi thing. And then he went back in the game, and he was making threes. And then I think it was the end of the season, one of the last games, rolled his ankle. No, it was game 1. Rolled his ankle, limped off the court. The crowd is like, oh, no, because they know how important he is. He goes to the bench. The trainer comes over. He tells Clarkson, come here. I need some more of that magic. And you could see it. Clarkson is over the ankle. While the trainer's talking to him, he's like doing the magic fingers over the ankle. Ties his sneaker, goes back in the game. He's fine.
Wow.
In Game 4, he did something, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but he went to the bench. No, he had actually, it was his hip. He fell down. He got taken out by a Kispert on a dunk. Went down, laying there. He went hard on his hip. Clarkson comes over, magic fingers over him, and he gets up and he's fine. It's the most bizarre thing ever. But he, literally, Clarkson said, yeah, he calls me over and he just says, I need some of the magic. And
hey, listen, man, that's a vibe.
And apparently it works.
Well, there's some sort of vibe there.
I don't know.
That's good.
Something psychological that helps you just get over the edge.
I think Clarkson should come over, get the sinuses going for you, a little magic on your sinuses.
Well, ask him, man. You
know
have
what
access.
I mean?
I'll swing
Well,
over
no, I'm
there.
sorry, Don. We need it for the Knicks right now. We can't use any of the magic.
Yeah, because if you do run out, they don't want to find out.
Why would we
ran
want
out
it?
with
Right.
me.
Well, all right. The next time he goes over to OG and it's not working, well, what happened? Well,
he ran out.
Went over to LaGreca. I helped him out with his sinus problem.
Yeah.
LaGreca's
Apparently
nose.
that was the last
So
dose.
Don feels better, but the team lost the next 2 games.
Yeah, that's not good. We don't want that. Richard in Manhattan. You're on ESPN New York. Hi, Richard.
Fellas, before I get to basketball, baseball. Maris and Mantle have the record, correct? 2 teammates, 115 homers?
Yes.
Okay, right now, Judge and Rice have 21 in 29 games. That goes to 100. That would go to a 117 compared to Mantle and Maris 115.
Wow.
Translated. Wouldn't that be great?
It'd be awesome.
All right, three
I would love to see Ben
basketball
Rice
points. Alan, I
replace
want you
Mickey
to
Mantle
comment.
in record books.
Canuto and Flagg, the first rookies from one team to go 1-2 in 80 years in NBA. Am I
From
correct?
a college team, Duke. Yes.
What? Unbelievable. Now, that kid from Minnesota, watch this. Owasu on Saturday night, what did he have, 43?
Yep.
Since Freddie Brown in 1976, 50 years ago. Fellas, 50 years You figure, let's say, 100 playoff games a year. That's 5,000 games. 10 substitution in the 5,000, you 5 from each team. That's 50,000 players have come in and out of playoff games from 50 years. No one has done that. 43 points. Isn't that unbelievable?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's really.
All right, last point. Question to all you guys. Orlando, Detroit. If Orlando wins in 5, is a play-in team beating a number 1 in a 5-game series, 5 games, is that bigger than a 116 NCAA tournament upset?
Didn't Miami
Wow.
do the same thing?
But
Miami
this
did
is
it to
play-in.
Milwaukee. No,
And
Miami
this is 5 games.
Miami was a play-in when they beat Milwaukee, were they not?
But not in 5 games.
And it was an 8 seed.
They were a play-in team. In
Short
20
answer is
Not a
no.
number 1 seed, though. Milwaukee wasn't 1.
Yeah, they were. It was a 1-8.
That was Miami
Thank
went
you,
to
Richard.
they didn't go to the
A
finals.
short answer is no. It's a big upset. A 1-8 in the NBA is not a 116 in college. No.
But
And 50,000 players
here's the thing.
have not been in the NBA.
because it's 16 is a mid-major. You're talking. This is an NBA team.
I know, but it is also just one game as opposed to a series.
Yeah, you're
like,
right.
Like the one that I think of in the NHL was recently when Columbus swept Tampa. Tampa won the President's Trophy. Columbus swept them 8-1.
Yep.
8s beat 1s all the time in the NHL, but to sweep them is crazy.
50,000 NBA reserves.
Did the math.
I think the math might have been off.
Yeah.
And can you imagine how exciting it'll be to see Ben Rice jump ahead of it in everyone's mind over Mickey
I'm all
Mantle?
for it if it happens
I
this
want
year.
to thank
Tick
Pick.
Yes.
Our major sponsor for this. I want to thank Calandra's Bakery who sent over
Oh, no, we can't
tremendous
do red.
bread.
Can't do red today.
And a terrific cake.
Stout.
Stout.
Shout 'em out.
Amazing. The new Stout. Come by.
Lizzie, Martin, thank you,
35th
everybody.
Street. We'll try to be back here later on in the
Thank
playoffs.
you, everybody.
Knicks got to get out of the first round, which we anticipate they will. So next up, we'll spend a lot of time here. But thanks for everybody that came out. Thanks to Pat O'Keefe. Thanks to Monica McNutt. Great job by Jacob and also Anthony back at the studio. We're going to do this again.
Our crew
very,
here,
very soon.
working
all
the cameras.
Crew, everybody that did a tremendous, tremendous job.
You all
Thank
can
you
have
so
cake.
much.
Plenty
Have
of Monica's cake
we
left.
barely carved into it. It's ridiculous.
So good.
Coming up, enjoy Game 5. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Coming up at 3 o'clock, Don Hahn and Rosenberg hanging out with you tomorrow right here on ESPN New York.
Chris Carlin with you. Glad to be joined right now by